Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. These are the champions, and this is the Champions League. My name is the biggest of all dogs. I am the biggest of all dogs. And with me tonight is Emea, the 90th, successor of Emea, the 89th, and the 91st, and will be succeeded by Emea, the 92nd. Rossi will be joining me soon, and today we have the final day of Champions League, so to speak, because tomorrow will likely be a Mickey Mouse stream with a podium, and if we're lucky, a couple of races of sprint. But today is indeed the main event, the inline final, the most prestigious medal of them all, and as well the conclusion of the fight for the Road GC, in which Basso, Joe Whiteley, and Daniel Miko fight for the gold, all with chances. And several of them, quite a few scenarios that can give medals to them, the gold medal to them. Uh, and first things first, inline final. Quick shout out to our participants, and here they are. It's going to be Basso. Leo Falandri is being replaced by Agap. Then we have Mendez, Nico from PCM UK, Mighty Ibra, and Joe Whiteley as well. So uh, Mendez, Agap, Ibra, three players. Ibra, obviously a very competent player. Mendes has his experience as well. Agap, not entirely new to these moments, but probably the biggest underdog if we were to do bets. Daniel Miko, unsurprisingly, due to several factors, not shocking the world to be here, and it's going to be him, Joe Whiteley, and Basso as top favorites for this final, and top favorites uh, as well, because they're the only remaining contenders for the road gold medal. So we're going to look at the parcours right now, and quick look from myself as well. We start with pretty much a sprint stage. There's a few bumps on the road and all of that, but this 144.4 kilometer stage, Madinat Sayelula, is indeed seems at first glance, but I don't think that ending will have much steepness. Seems tailor made for sprinters. Well, if that will be 83 or 78, we shall see. There are two intermediate sprints, and there are two cow-ends for cats. Again, in my opinion, it's a really slow start for inline. I did expect a little bit more to fight when it comes to intermediates, but it's better than the. I don't remember if it was the first round of the semifinals where there was like one intermediate sprint at some point. So might be an interesting start. The first intermediate sprint isn't that bad position because yes, we'll have there quite a few kilometers of possible boredom, unless the break establishes itself. But at least from that point onwards, from the intermediate sprint onwards, we'll have a few bumps on the road, maybe some movements, and the obvious unexpected fight for those points. And then we move to Torino as we have a medium mountain stage with a flat ending, but this might actually be. Excuse me, I'm getting some indications. Can you hear me well now? Yeah? Okay. Then we move to Lausanne Torino, where we will have, as I was saying, uh, quite a little bit of interesting mountain moments that will uh, likely dictate the. Sorry, I had some technical issues here. I was saying that in stage two we have that those two first cats. There will be a lot of pace in it, or there might be a lot of pace. Yes, I know. I'm good now. Uh, uh, there might be a lot of pace here that will dictate for sure the end of the stage. To who this could be fought for, I mean, there's a few possibilities depending on the movements that are made. At first glance, we're taking the puncher, but that depends on who will place him ahead. 78 sprinter on a possible break, but it starts pretty much climbing, so it will be interesting to see bets on who, if the climber is a possibility as well. There's quite a few scenarios here that are possible, and after three climbs, an intermediate sprint there at the bottom between the first two, then a second cat, and then uh, a very important, sorry, tactical intermediate sprint, a little more than I would say 13 or 14 kilometers before the finish line. I think 13 around that. And then we move to La Cruza Credumel. It is the final stage and the one with a lot of points to give. There's one, two, three, four first cats, one first cat, one third cat, and one intermediate sprint that are accompanied by a lot of climbing. There's some downhill as well, some that will allow a bit of recovery, but this might be the stage where will see
Hello.
uh, where we'll see the biggest slaughter in terms of energy, of pace, and of movement. Joining me now is finally Francesco Grassi. Welcome.
Hi, Sean.
We're looking at the parkour. If you want to take a quick glance at it,
Yeah, I just think like second stage is going to be interesting.
yes, absolutely.
First stage may be interesting, but I mean, it could be.
It could be, yeah, but it's not a guarantee. I agree.
Yeah, it's difficult, but it could, especially if someone decides to play in order to tire the other sprinters, which I believe could be the case. But in the end, I still think it's going to be for 83 sprinter, since we saw Sanremo last final in classics. And then last stage is very good. Last stage is a proper mountain stage, maybe the first one we've seen in the whole tournament because it's long, it's full of elevation gain. So actually, I think it's pretty. It's probably the best stage.
And what do you think about the third stage?
The third stage. No, yeah, I was talking about the third
Sorry, I
stage.
missed a bit of that. Then could you just repeat? I had
No,
some.
I told I think it's the best stage of the whole tournament about mountain because it's a long stage. It's full of climbs. The only thing I don't like,
Tactically, yes.
yeah.
No, just,
The
tell us the only thing you don't like.
The only thing I don't like is that the final is a bit too steep. It's like 22% ramp, so that could be difficult to manage because you're going to lose the bars faster than you than you would do normally.
I don't. It's a 210 kilometers stage with a lot of steepness, as you said as well. Do you think that we can risk green bars ending here before the end?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's a stage who has been played loads of times by now, and it's not an extreme stage. It's like a mountain stage should be, like with many climbs, with the right concatenation of climbs, because that's something that's often underestimated. But where when you have climbs in the right places of the stage, you actually make way more difference than a mountain stage with the climbs in the wrong places.
Rossi, quick question before we move in uh, onto the participants and your predictions. Tactically, who do you think is the rider that can be uh, the best bet to win stage two? Take it from here.
To be honest, I believe someone will go for the 71, so for the hill rider, so the 84 hill. But I believe actually maybe even the 75 mountain could be a solid pick because actually he has a decent sprint is like 67 sprint, which is higher than the climber and the second climber, and he has good acceleration. So actually, I believe if managing the the hill rider will be difficult because actually on a climb like Finestre is going to have some troubles because Finestre is very long. So maybe he could be the 75 mountain could be a solid pick. I don't believe players will go for the mountain rider because actually that wouldn't make differences. Uh, it will be a sprint, and then it's about who knows how to sprint mostly. So I think everyone will try to save a different rider from the others, and I'm curious to see who is going to succeed.
Hello.
Hey,
You were saying that I didn't hear all of it, so a quick reminder. You were saying people might play for the puncher, but
but they could even play for the 75 mountain because he has a decent sprint and a good acceleration. So actually, he could be a different from ordinary pick.
uh, quick question for you as we're soon going to start and we'll soon do the anthem as well. But from the pool of participants that we mentioned earlier, Joe Whiteley, Basso, Daniel Miko, Ibra, Agap, and Mendes, who would you pick as favorites for inline? And from the three that still have a chance, that would be Basso, Miko, and Joe as a favorite for the gold in road overall.
For the inline win, I will go with Mendez, and I'll tell you why. I think Miko, Joe, and Basso will be too busy controlling each other, which means for the others, there could be a space to do things. And Mendez, I believe, is one of the best players when it comes to inline. He knows how to sprint, he knows how to get points on intermediates. So I think that he could benefit of the controlling between the three who are playing for the road overall.
Uh, Regarding Ibra and Agap, especially Agap, seen as an outsider, Ibra, if we can turn back the clock to his best form where he isn't yet.
No, Ibra is good,
Yeah,
but I feel like
what do you think?
he isn't
Uh,
as good in sprinting as Mendez. That's the
just
only thing that
But
makes me
let me
go.
let me put
Yeah,
the question in a different way to clarify. Both Ibra and
okay.
Agap, what do you think they can do in this final specifically?
Oh, Ibra, I believe Ibra is one of the best players. But yeah, what makes me think that he could be less favorite than Mendes in order to profit of the marking. It's is that he isn't a really good sprinter, so I don't know if he is going to take good points in sprints. I think Ibra may be a solid pick to win the mountain stage.
And
Uh,
I'm going to state my opinion for the record, even though I think Ibra is like the biggest noob of the entire history of Pro Cycling Manager.
yeah,
Obviously, he is,
yeah.
and he isn't here to defend himself because if he tries, I will mute him. No, I'm kidding. But I disagree in that regard. I think that in his best shape, he is a tremendous sprinter, a very good sprinter. He's not the big dog or anything like that, but he can be a good sprinter. Absolutely. I do think that A gap probably be
Agap
just a
may
wild
be
card.
Agap may be dangerous too. Yeah.
Yeah, he might be a wild card that no one really people might underestimate and might regret it. But I'm very curious to see, especially those two last stages, how they will be approached. There's some tactic to it, hopefully, with all the climbing involved and potential choices for winning stage two. So I'm really curious to see what they actually all the players pick.
Yeah, that's why I don't particularly like the idea of starting with the sprint stage because, yeah, if you started with a stage, still a flat stage, but with the possibility of making differences, It could have been better because actually you already had some separation, I think. Um, like this, it's going to be it's going to be a bit more about luck because actually I know the sprint as a slow turn like 1.5 kilometers from the finish, and the finish is uphill. So I believe who knows the finish is going to have a massive advantage, and I don't know if anyone tried it.
We're having here some uh, a little bit of delay because it appears that Mendez is not here, and I don't know who the other one would be. Trying to understand. Yeah, see, Ibra, Basso, Agap, Joe, Veronico. I guess Mendez is the only one missing at this point.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mendes is saying that it's coming, so
okay, that's good news. Then we'll have all the participants that were
otherwise,
expected.
otherwise,
Yes, yes,
EMEA
yeah, go,
will
go.
play the final.
Oh man, that would just be. I mean, worse than that would be Miko winning yet another gold medal. I'll tell you that.
Okay, EMEA is going to be.
Ima is going to have a PCM Eastern Europe moment, and I will try to see if our man on the field is already available to speak. Ibra, are you here?
with leaving IMA.
Ole, ole, ole.
Yo, Ibra.
Ibra,
Ibra,
Ibra is gonna win today.
talk to us. Which Ibra is here today? The great Ibra or the one that has to be carried by the big dog and PCM?
Okay, the second one doesn't exist.
He
Like
existed and you know it?
never existed. But
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, if you say so.
I think the shittier version of Ibra is here tonight. But the shitty version can surprise people. So we will see. We will see. I'm
What's the
confident.
goal? Is it gold or just a medal would already be a good
Gold, gold, gold or last. I don't
gold
care about the
or
medal.
last? People,
Mm,
Yeah.
let's try and when Emma returns, I will try to remind him. Let's do a poll. Will either be first or last. Either, best of luck, man. I hope things go well for you. And if there are any dead moment on the race, try and talk to us. Tell us how things are going for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, we are waiting for Emea, the bathroom breaker, to return. And in the meantime,
we're waiting for Mendes to join the lobby too.
that too, I forgot. Yes, you are correct. Thank you for reminding me.
And
Uh,
Mendes is here.
and as we speak, ask and you shall be given. Mendez joins. And again,
We only miss
particularly,
Memea.
do you think that someone like, specifically, not someone like Joe, Nico, and Basso, do you think that the risk of them focusing each other because of what you see can be that big, or do they all want the inline medal as well?
I think the risk is here, especially if Miko wins the first stage, which I believe
The
could be
thing
a
is,
possibility.
from a logic standpoint, wouldn't it make more sense for them to play for the inline medal because that's all they need to win any of them winning the gold medal
Yeah,
of inline
I mean,
wins the GC.
yeah, the only thing they have to do is finishing ahead of the opponents, which is easier said than
Then
done.
done. Yes, absolutely.
But I think the problem is most will be made by this stage because who goes first here among the three will basically decide how the whole race will go. Because if it's Miko, then it's going to be a strange race because Miko is going to control everything when it comes to Joe or uh, or Basso. While if Joe or Basso take the lead, it's going to be different because actually maybe Basso is still going to be offensive if he gets the lead, and this could be a problem for him.
My question for you is: if he starts as terrible as he has in the entire Champions League, Basel specifically, uh, he might actually get super aggressive then because he'll need to try and come back. What's the risk for him with a bad start?
Risk is if Baso goes too aggressive and he keeps being closed by someone, the risk is he gets angry and then his level goes down because obviously that's why yesterday I had um, to hit him
Okay,
with
we're
the
gonna
metaphorical stick.
we're gonna launch the anthem, but we'll
Yeah.
keep talking about this when we return. These are the champions, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Champions League. These are the champions. This is the Champions League, and this is also Inline Final Live, brought to you by IMA and also PCM Germany. So we're in the inline final. This is the final road moment and the most important medal period of the most prestigious one of the Champions League. And at
Mhm.
um, at reach for three of them, half of the lobby is still the prestigious as well, Road GC. Galasi, you were telling us the risks that could happen from Basel not performing well in the first stage. You
Yeah, as
were
I told you, if Baso does bad first stages, he's going to need like someone to hit him with the metaphorical stick just to awake because sometimes he fall asleep on the pressure. Yeah, that's what I think. But actually, yeah, I'm curious to see now to see who. To be honest, as I said, I think the most important thing will be this stage because, as I said, it will decide how the other two stages are going to go. And I'm curious to see now because Miko and Joe were the only one not sending riders into the break. Now they've done it, and
interesting
now
to see
goes
here.
attack.
Basa as well joining. You were saying earlier in the pre-show moments that there was a good possibility that Mendes could try and take advantage from those three fighting for the GC as well. But the
Mhm.
questionnaire that also needs to be done is from those three, who would you pick as big favorites for the inline victory if one of them wins?
I will say Joe, but really it's difficult to say because I think Miko has the advantage in this stage, while Basso could have an advantage in the next stage because of how he plays. While I think Joe can be considered the favorite, maybe be in those three in the last stage. So I really believe it's going to be depending on this stage because this is the stage where gaps between them could be made because it's a sprint and then you never know who is going to be first or say yeah they could end up separated so taking less points so I really don't know because it's going to be a big fight and right now we have a messy situation because I think someone is already in the break and Mendez is actually chasing already because he has all his team behind.
So Mendes dropping the ball there needs to close quickly. Uh,
Yeah.
because he had no one at the front. Interesting start. Still not the most exciting one, but let's see. because we have
Well,
20
no, they
kilometers.
actually went really aggressive on the start, which I didn't expect because I was expecting like sleeping until
Oh, there
we
goes Nico. Oh,
yeah,
Nico or
Ibra
Ibra? I
again.
think it's Ibra. Ibra, yes.
The problem is the stage is so flat and it's so on straight roads,
Yeah. At
which
least it
makes
isn't too long, so there's that
yeah,
in its
no,
favor.
we are already 150 kilometers from the finish, which is good. Can we
Yeah,
see the
30
profile,
kilometers.
the detailed profile actually? Because I
Yes, and
want to
show us the stage
understand.
profile, and especially the ending as well, because I need to see. Oh,
Okay.
there's
Oh, well,
should be
I don't
interesting.
believe it's going to be really. Oh, crash by Ibra, crash by Ibra, crash by Ibra.
Okay, pause a minute, pause. Ibra has crashed. Oh, Ben Young, pause. Ben Young. Thank you.
Okay.
Guys, can you hear me?
What?
I didn't crash. What the fuck?
But you're going
Bro,
to because you get the
it's
message.
appeared. Yeah, it appeared in the chat. Ibra
Okay,
disconnected.
while we wait for them to figure this out, I have the rosters. Everyone has the 83 and 78 Sprinter. Everyone has the
Yeah,
79
yeah,
Cobbles Rider. Everyone has the 82 Cobbles Rider and the Puncher. What everyone doesn't have is the 81 flag that was taken by Joe, Basso, Ibra, and Agap. Instead, Mendes and Nico chose in his place the 83 Climber. Uh,
Yeah,
Grasso,
I
your
believe.
opinions?
Yeah, I believe the 81 flat is a pretty solid choice here because actually you can use it. Yeah, you can use him to attack, so you can do more speed while trying to gain advantage on the payload, or you can use him to chase, which is actually depending on how you want to play. He will be really important, especially for the first intermediate sprint, I believe because otherwise after that sprint I think climbs are going to make a bit more difficult to keep him in the first positions, so it's going to take a bit more effort for him, which obviously uh, don't allow to perform. Yeah, I would have taken him. I think
But
it's a solid
there's
choice.
two guys that, namely Nico and Mendes, that decided in his place to take the Mountain Rider, the 83 leader. What's the thought process for them? What do you think was their motivations?
Maybe they want his acceleration on the small climbs, but really I think it's something that you could have already the heal rider for the KOMs.
Daniel
I don't
Miko,
know.
I thought he was gonna try something, but no, not yet.
I believe now someone when Agap is going to stop the pace, seeing that he's the only one relaying, maybe they will start again
I
attacking.
have no idea what he's doing, to be honest. Well,
Well, to
he's
be
at least.
honest, I think they're trying to relay Ibra back because now we are 13 kilometers from the intermediate,
No, yeah, but
which,
I mean, I don't know what he's doing because he was the only one carrying, so he could have tried something different. But let's see.
yeah, he could attack. Ibra has lost his 81 flat. Yeah, he used it exactly how I thought he could use it, trying to gain an advantage and trying to maintain it, which will be hard here because
Basso is
everyone is
four-man
facing.
train. Ibra is a bit uncompensated there after the loss of the 81 flat rider, and the pace is
Ibra
going to
now
be
should
high.
make him. Ibra should have make him rest a bit so that he don't lose
Yeah, he
control
should have
from the
sent him
payload.
back as soon as he ended his work there.
Yeah, but behind it looks like there is not much cooperation.
Yeah, at all, and that minute is all Ibra needs to take that sprint unless his
Yeah,
energy
I
was
think he's
not
going to take it
well
because one
managed.
minute here is going to be hard to be catched,
Yeah, and he's
and
already
this will
approaching that
already
sprint.
be a nice.
Uh,
Yeah,
Everyone will be fighting for at least the third place.
yeah. I think Ibra lost the 81 flat, but he's going to take the points, double points too.
That's
which
great
is
start for
great.
Ibra.
Yeah, this
And
is a
it's going to
great.
be Basto taking the third spot.
I think Basso took it.
Yeah. So, um,
Miko isn't relaying,
sure.
I think, which is already a bit of a shock. Yeah.
It's a shock, yeah. Um,
Now I want to see who's going to attack. Yeah, Joe.
Joe with Thomas Pitcock.
Yeah, I believe
Not.
he's sending him before sending other riders.
He's either
Yeah,
he might be sending it to the wall, see if they take the bait, and if not, let's see if he will
yeah,
follow through.
yeah. I think so. But I also think the hill rider is the most logic choice to try to win the KOMs. Which I want to understand how many points they give. I think 2-1. Yeah.
And the sprints as well, because I have no clue. Emma, what's the points for sprints and columns?
Sprints should be 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1.
It
Okay,
is a
KOM is
2-1.
2-1.
So the thought process of taking the climber, for example, for Mendes and Nico definitely can't be related to those three
Yeah,
points for
no,
each.
I don't think
Like you said,
I
maybe they
don't
want
think
the
it's very
acceleration.
useful because yeah, it's yeah having six having potential 4 points if you win bot. It's not worth not
That move,
taking
yeah, that
the
roster
81
change, yeah.
flat because also the 81 flat could be useful in attacks or in doing train. I hope in attacks, but realistically, it was going to be useful. And now the race situation because a bit more straight because now there are climbs.
Attacks,
And as you can see, I think the group split because of attacks.
yeah, and I quickly saw there it's Joe with two riders only in the back, trying to see
Yeah,
the others, but everyone's gonna be back together, and
but
Joe
they
is.
didn't find their cooperation here, which is difficult in this terrain. But if they found it,
But this race will benefit everyone that wants just to chill and have a good sprint for now.
yeah, I think so. But it will
So
be
likely, and
difficult
Mendes
for
are
them
striking
to build.
now.
Yeah, yeah, it's good because he's trying to make someone work.
Agap
I
trying
think
to
he's
join on
trying to
that
bait
party
me going to
was
working.
not invited, but invited himself. Let's see if he can reach them. He will
Yeah.
reach them for sure.
So we have an indication. The intermediate sprint will be Afil.
Will be what,
Yeah,
sorry?
even if it's slight. We have an indication for the next intermediate sprint, which will be a slightly Afil.
Hmm. Let's see how that goes, actually. But
Yeah,
for now,
yeah.
we still have to face those bumps on the road, those two KOMs, and particularly that second KOM that is shortly before the actual sprint.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to chase these riders because of the up and downs goes against the group, I believe. And we're already 63 kilometers from the finish. Yeah,
Yeah, it
now
was
Miko is going to work.
uh, a bit of pace there from Joe, and Agap almost lost the train there.
Yeah,
Struggling actually to keep up.
I think they have to push a bit harder now. I think they're also trying to make to get other players
I see.
pushing hard on climbs
I
and
see
so tiring
Miko
the sprinters.
relaying.
Yeah, obviously. But he's relaying with the mountain guy, which isn't as effective. In fact,
Yeah,
he's the only
I
one relaying. They're losing time right now.
yeah.
So
And again, we see that it might not have been the greatest choice to bring him, especially if it was in exchange for the 81 flat rate. Now we have
yeah, and
seven
we
men.
are closing to the first KOM.
Call M, bro. Call M. We haven't heard that today yet.
KOM, bro.
KOM, bro.
ML,
KOM.
thank you.
They have a good advantage. In fact, now Basso is trying to push a bit the pace because actually they have a good advantage. you don't have to underestimate breaks because while
especially when
they
there's
don't
50
go
kilometers
to
to
the
go.
finish, but it's difficult to know. So, and Basso is trying to split the group. He should have continued, but
And it
he already
actually,
dropped A gap,
yeah, he
and
needs to keep going. He needs to keep
yeah,
going here, but I don't think six-man trade.
yeah, it was a good
Oh,
idea to the
but
bush. Now Joe
Joe is gonna
goes.
try and take the Calambro. Calam, there we
Yeah, he
go.
is going probably to have 3 points. No, because Mendez
Uh, nope.
recovered.
But he is going to take the two
So
minions.
it's
So
two.
KOM, bro. KOM.
It's two for Joe and one for
one for
Mendez.
Mendes and a gap in the mud with zero.
Yeah, the group is going to have so much troubles on those small climbs.
This is what we expected to see if the pace ramped up as it did for a bit there. Uh, in
There is
this
an
type
attack? No. Okay, it's the group.
in this type of bumpy road, we expected to see here split attempts, occasional
Mhm.
splits. Let's see if that continues.
Yeah, I think they're going to continue at least until we have the KOM and the intermediate sprint. Then I
The
think the
true
race will become
natural
more relaxed.
leader of this race that has been in front of us the whole time and we had the 90th is about to be caught.
Well, EMEA did a wonderful job staying ahead of the group with one
Yes.
rider all this time.
Amazing work from Emea. Surely a candidate for a gold medal in another life.
I mean, yeah, considering he plays since 18 years, yeah. And
All
now
right.
Miko and Basso, especially Basso is working with
Oh,
Miko on his tail.
I'm getting the very important and exclusive information. Ben Young is still ahead. Ben Young fooled us all. He's still the true champion. Thank you, Ben Young.
Young for the win, probably. And now
Excuse me.
Joe is going to pace because he's trying to go again for the KOM, which is close now.
4 kilometers to
And
go. And even though the gap
especially
is a bit
Basso.
big,
Basso is dangerous because I think he's going to pace again. And
two
Bandits
minutes drops.
again
Minutes. Oh, but it's
drops.
temporary. And with this
It's
speeder right there, where it grew to 35 seconds, is what Joe needed to fight for the KOM ahead with Mendes
yeah.
and Agap.
And now let's see the sprint for the second KOM.
Oh, there goes Rowe is dead, so it's gonna be Pitcock. Pitcock trying with Mendes in a good position.
It's
It's gonna be
Mendes, but
Pitcock.
it's again, yeah, it's
I
Joe
think.
again ahead of Mendes again.
KOM,
Waiting
bro.
for Ben Young,
KOM.
who is the host, to confirm who took those
And
two gold
now,
points.
yeah, now I think Mendes is in a good spot to try to win the intermediate sprint. Wow, what's that? Wow, that's the
The KOM
most.
is called KOM, by the way, says in a true story.
Yeah, yeah,
It
because
was
It's Miko who called it.
actually, as I suspected at some point, it was actually Agap taking it, and Joe didn't even get second, so heartbreak for the Brit. But Mendes gets another point, totals two, and Agap ties them with two as well.
And let's see the sprint. Actually, it's a bit uphill, so I believe is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be
It's
for
looking good for
Pen-
Mendes, and I think he gets
Penhal.
it. Yes.
Yeah. So Mendes actually
To
gained.
Miko
No,
mounted.
Miko racing, Miko attacking.
Miko tries to attack. Very uncoordinated, though, not gonna see the light of day for long. And now Joe Whiteley was
Yeah,
taking Turner ahead, just protectionary, I
fine.
assume, maybe.
But we are not going to see any difference.
Thank you, Benyon, for the update. And we are now waiting
Ibra
to see.
tries.
Oh, Ibra actually, I was going to say we were trying to see if someone's going to make a move before the final
Ibra
sprint.
attacked with the sprinter
With the
here,
sprinter, yeah.
which is a
Ballsy.
bold move.
Yeah, it's really ballsy, especially only taking
And
a
Miko
rider with
goes,
him.
or at least he tries to tries. Yeah.
Basso responding, wanted to respond, but not going to attack directly. Ibra stops.
No, it's still going, but the group obviously is going way too fast for him.
Yeah, there we go. I expected him to stop. He hadn't. No, now he did. Probably for the best interest of him to wait.
Hmm. Well, we will see if this will penalize him. And we are on the last small bump in the road, which is where Basso pushes a lot. Slopes went up to 7%.
He's going hard. Let's see if he gets
Yeah,
a
it's going
split
very
there.
hard now, which may hamper a bit his sprinter.
Positioning will be good though if he keeps this going. There's only
Yeah,
9 kilometers to go.
this or he gets this gap and he maintains it to finish, but he's already consuming his 82 sprint, his 82 flat rider, so 80
And
flat rider, I believe.
81, what 80? I give up trying to understand that. I think it was the 80 whatever.
80 flat, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And the trains are forming now. I see on the left side, Joe on the middle, Miko a bit close behind Joe, Agap close behind Vaso. A bit of messy situation right there. Oh, Joe needs to avoid that move there from Vaso, and
No,
Agap has a
Basso
good.
just wanted to.
No, no,
Okay,
yeah,
Basso
yeah, yeah,
moves.
but
Yeah, Basso moved a lot.
yeah, but I was saying he needs to, and not saying it there purposeful or not,
I
because he
think
needed to
Joe
avoid
is in the
there.
perfect spot.
Cheap
Joe
run free to
actually.
go. Oh, but that movement there. And the sprint is going to be launched now. There we have it. I see Basso has a perfect positioning there. Joe is not in a good situation.
Yeah,
Ibra appearing from the left side launches now. Can
he
Ibra
launched too soon.
take it? No, he
Ibra
did
launched
actually.
really
Oh,
soon.
I
And it's going to
it's
be
Basso.
probably
It's Basso.
Basso
It's
winning. Yeah.
Basso. Basso gets the start. He did it. Agap might still second. Agap might. It's Miko.
And me, okay. Actually, they're going to be still close.
And Joe is fourth. Mendes is fifth, and I believe Ibra is in the mud. That was uh, when I saw when I saw
I
the
have to
launcher.
say something. Wait. I have to say something. Someone watch the replay and tell me what the fuck is this shit. My sprinter couldn't move. There is a wall of 40 riders. Like,
Yeah, uh,
this is
what I
unplayable.
know is
If you
when I
put
saw
a
your
stage,
launcher go. When
if
I
you
saw
put a
your
stage,
launcher go.
no.
Yes,
If you
Ibra.
put a stage, no. That was not my sprinter. That was a bait. Like, my sprinter was
Yeah,
behind in the weird spot, bro. We can't play like this. We can't. If you keep putting stages where no one gets dropped and everyone is sprinting with six people, it's unplayable.
it's unbearable. Yes. If we could see that replay a minute, confirm what's
That's
being
why
said.
that's why mass sprints are a bit of mess actually because
Especially how people play it. I mean, who the fuck needs 6 guys for a sprint?
yeah. No, the problem is mostly how people play because actually you don't really need
No,
this
you don't.
much men, but
Don't forget the replay, Emma. We need to actually analyze that to see what happened there in the final moments to Ibra and to others even. Check the replay, man. Because that was confusing. At first, I thought Ibra was going to be fine for the sprint. That's why I didn't agree with the early launch move.
yeah,
But let's see what
he
happened
moved
there.
the sprinter
Where
and
is it?
then he got totally blocked
Yep.
by everyone.
Oof.
And then he finished the
Go
energies.
back. Go back. Let's try and see the others. Let's see what happened there. Joe,
No,
I want to see.
he just got
No,
stuck
no, Joe.
into
Joe, I wanted to
a wall
see
of riders.
because Joe here was at the front. Okay, he's gonna get closed here. Oof. But yeah, the damage was done. The guy ahead from him was a bit far up. Oof. This was messy for all of the involved, but also Miko and Agap ended up doing well. Eber got closed there dramatically. Menez and Joe didn't have a fortunate sprint either. Okay, that's the first stage, and we have a leader that's currently whoever won. Basso. Yes. Thoughts? Think we lost Grassy.
No, I'm here. I was just wondering about how shit was that sprint. And also, I just saw my lessons for the semester, so I was just screaming
Okay.
internally.
Basso has the result, the ideal result to start, the one he surely wanted
Yeah.
as well. What's next for him? Could he get uh, caught by that heat of the moment win and fail here, or does he have good conditions not to try and stick to this lead?
We will see because actually, I think he's going to try getting points on first climb and the intermediate sprint just to be sure he has a remedy if should he fail the stage. I think if yeah, he will try for sure going hard on climbs. So at least if he fails on the finish, which I don't believe will be the case, because actually um, they, I think he he can have a good choice in a stage like this. But yeah, we will see. We will see because it's pretty difficult because Miko is near him. Maybe Joe is a bit distant. So let's see. Joe will for sure try to gain back, and he has to go hard
Well,
on climbs.
the
But
difference now, I was
I'm
going to
curious.
say, the
Yeah,
difference now is that we actually have those more points at stake in the intermediates and columns, so it should be interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Take it
Because
from here,
actually,
Grassy. I'll be right
KOMs
back.
give like 88, 5, 3 to 1. Like it's 16 point. It's 16 points for a KOM. It's still a few, to be honest. I believe KOM should give more points, but that's another. Well, I'm curious to see this stage too because yeah, this I think it's a wings stage, which I believe has a bad stigma on it because they say these stages shouldn't be played. I respectfully disagree. Look at this stage. I don't hear you anymore. Oh, you're muted. So while um, while the big dog isn't here, we can go with the stage because I think they're starting. So we have another short stage also, 143.1 kilometers. It is considered a hill stage, but as you can see, this has not much of the hill stage because actually climbs are pretty steep, pretty long too. I believe medium mountain was the best choice for this stage, but let's forget it. Well, I think the most part of the stage is going to be done on the Finestra climb because obviously it's the longest climb, it's the hardest one. So you will surely have the race done there. But I think something will be already built on the first climb because actually there you build the eventual um, surviveness of the weaker riders on climbs. Because actually you have to this has to be the reasonment behind the behavior of the players, keeping a rider better than the others, which I think is I think it's going to be the case. Let's see. Miko is going already hard on this climb. And the group already split here. It's 5.9 kilometers from the top of Col du Mont-Cenis, 7.9 kilometers at 8.3%, which isn't actually the real percentages of the climb, but we will forgive Wings for giving us a stage with the incorrect slopes, which is always the case actually. Well, Miko went hard already, and he's already losing two riders. I want to see the two riders from Miko playing the flat guy, and he's trying to maintain the 78 sprinter, which I don't believe is the rider for this kind of race, but maybe Miko will surprise me a lot. Now we are in the steepest part of the climb, which means I think riders, the weaker mountain riders will already suffer a lot. Miko is going with three riders and Basso with one, and he's making his hill rider already suffer a lot. If you see, and not only the hill rider, but also the 75 mountain rider. Basso instead has only the 83 mountain here, the GC leader, and he's going to sprint just to take second place. Miko gets the first.
KOM, KOM.
Yes, we are at the KOM, and situation is already pretty messy because we have the group already exploded. This is the beauty of Inline, I think. In fact, I believe this stage is what Inline is meant to be. Probably the best Inline stage. But yeah, we will see, because now we have a long downhill until Susa. And Basso is trying to eliminate contenders. He's pacing hard here. This is a useless pointing out of how roads should be on Moncenis. We don't care. All we care is about watching great racing, and Wings provides us with great racing. So just learn from him. Well, now we've seen a lot of teams behind with many riders. So I believe the race now, look at that climb. Look at the steepness of Colle del Cro, which is going to be the last climb of the day. Is going to be messy. Now Basso goes with one, and I believe this attack is about the intermediate sprint. In fact, Joe was ready to chase immediately. And now Miko is trying to send the 78 sprinter with them, because actually, obviously, he would have a big advantage in sprinting. And he goes, I think they're going to stop. And Miko wants to go alone, which is a right move, because the 80 sprinter, the 78 sprinter has 80 downhill. So he has a good value, which means he will make the difference here. Joe responded pretty well, actually, because I think he sent the same riders.
Intermediate sprint about to happen.
Yeah. I didn't hear you for some time. Now you're back,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah,
Okay.
I am. I told you I would be away for a few minutes. I don't think
Yeah.
you heard that. Okay. Important
Yeah,
thing to
probably I
note
didn't.
is
Let's see the sprint.
Miko.
Oh,
Oh,
small
here's a
climb
sprint.
here.
Actually, yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah, small
movement
climb
there.
now, and then we go to the sprint, which is after a shit.
So
This is a
many
shit sprint.
so many shitty turns there, and it's gonna be Basso
Yeah,
at
and
the
it's
choke.
going to be Basso taking the sprint, and this is the sort of things I don't like to
Terrible,
see,
terrible.
because it's
But
very randomic.
As
sprints.
I was gonna say, it was I believe it was Basso Egap Joe in the sprint, and important to note that Nico earlier took first and third in the KOM. I think Basso took second. I was watching
Yeah.
on my phone.
Well, and now we are going to see basically how the race will be made because this is the main climb, so the main points of the whole race. And Ibra with Usama Zadem.
Oh, interesting.
Hussein, you forgot Hussein.
All right. Quick note for the roasters, for the rosters, not the roosters. We have everyone with the 83, 79, and 75 climbers. Everyone also with with the puncher and the 78 sprinter. Mendes, Ibra, and Nico chose the cobbles guy, while Joe, Basso, and Agap did not choose the cobbles guy, instead choosing the time trialist. Thoughts, Francesco?
I think the time trialist has a bit more mounting, so maybe they're using him just to have him ahead on climbs
Movement from
because
Nico.
so
Nico
maybe
tried to
yeah,
join Ibra.
Miko's going.
Joe as well.
Yeah, I
Bit
think
messy
the
now.
most important thing is keeping some riders behind to do the work to take weaker riders
At
in
this
the
time,
groups again.
At this
But
time, international football sensation Lionel Messi graces with his presence for a bit more as the group split.
yeah, yeah, and we have nine riders ahead. We're going to be 12 because of Mendez, and they're going to be. I think they're going to be less at the top of Colle delle Finesse. Now with the fog, we won't see anything, I believe.
Indeed, it's worth noting that this has been a very well narrow road to climb. The
Yeah,
whole Fineste on one side, not.
yeah, which is real, but actually, obviously, it
But for game
takes
purposes,
a
not the
lot
most
of
friendly.
problems with that.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. For game purposes, not the ideal.
Yeah. I remember when the fog was announced as feature in 2012. It
So,
was like, oh my god, and then it was actually not the best of features they could came with. Yeah,
so
this is
you are
this.
confirming to us that you are old. We all are.
Yeah, yeah. My first PCM is 2012, so yeah, I'm old.
Okay. So Whitey is in a good position, and if you can keep that gap for the KOM, bro, KOM.
Yeah, he's making the. I think Joe is trying to save the 75 mounting. Maybe I'm saying bullshit because, but he actually made the Pitcock work. So the eel rider,
Might be onto something there.
and I believe now he's going to make the eel rider going back to the group where
Oh,
I don't know is
Gaudu,
yeah.
Gaudu already getting a bigger gap towards those that were chasing, trying to get free, and Joe almost with a minute on Gaudu himself, so gaps are respectable to the favorites group.
Yeah, Joey has put himself in the best position here because actually he's going to take points while behind players are going
Oh,
to have
it's a
to do a
mess.
pretty strong effort to catch him. Yeah, this stage is really good. This stage is what Inline should be
Trying
because
to see.
you perceive the difficulty in making choices here because it's difficult to make
Wait,
choices
I need.
about who is going to play for win for
Where's Agap Sky? Is his leader the one in the front? Trying to understand here. It is. Okay. Gaspadu's
I
there with
think
Tuca.
yeah the only one with the leader
Men
behind I
is
believe
Mendes.
is yeah
Ooh, terrible spot for him. And now Joe's helper is done, and Geraint Thomas has to go solo for the Coembro. Coembro is approaching with his two riders, though.
yeah Miko joins the party and Parepont leaves us.
At the back, the competitors are approaching, namely Agap, Ibra, and Basso and Godu, striking pace to see if he can drop Joe.
Basso is trying to save the 75 mounting.
Now Joe taking the wheel of Godu, which is the natural thing for him to do after losing
Yeah,
his
Mendes is
helper
way
for 3
behind.
years. Mendes, is that the 244 that was for Mendes? Oof.
Mendes
Yes, it
is
is.
probably in the worst situation,
Mendes is in the mud right now.
but I think he's trying to play for the 78 sprinter.
Well, if he can keep uh, the number of riders he's trying to currently save, maybe he still has a chance to close this when the climb
Yeah,
starts.
because downhill from Finestra is pretty long.
Yeah, it is indeed. And
That
we have three here right now. It's
yeah,
Udu, it's Tuka, and Thomas for the
the
Kawako.
three fighting for the overall.
Indeed, and Thomas taking the front at 1-2 to go, but Nico and Basso responding. Thomas needs to not lose that wheel though, but it's Nico accelerating
Miko
it a
is
little bit.
blocking Basso. Yeah,
Yeah, it's messy. And now it's Nico accelerating to get the Kawam. He's gonna take it. Basso
yeah.
second, Joe third.
KOM bro, KOM bro.
KOM,
In there.
bro. KOM.
Thank you. And now it's going to be Pardon ahead of Mendes, ahead of Ibra, ahead of Nico's 79. Maripant.
Yeah, situation is actually really messy.
Yep, indeed.
Joe is playing for the 75
Five.
mountain,
Yeah,
I believe.
he takes it through the Finastre and now into the downhill. Let's see. Trying to understand what Mendes has left there. He has two riders trying to catch up to his leader as well. Well, current leader.
Yeah, now we have the decisive phase of the race because actually we will see Basso is in the best position with this
Yep.
75, but
If you're at the front, oh, and Joe trying to join that party. I was going to say, if
yeah,
you're Joe and Nico at the front, you could
and Joe
try and
joins.
spend some energy to make sure that he doesn't join back so quickly. But Joe has joined Basso in the second group as well, so I guess it would be up to Nico now. Maybe not worth it.
Probably yeah, but now I think yeah, Miko probably is in the worst position because actually Miko is going all for the climber, while Joe and Basso have the plan B behind. So I don't know. I mean, Basso and Joe could even not work. Even if A gap behind has two riders, I believe. No, one. Okay, no. And Bilbao, okay. Mendes has the 83 mountain here, so he did a
Max
great recovery.
202, yeah. And Nico's gonna have the 79 in the group pretty quickly. Let's see. And there he goes. Quickly
Yeah,
about to join.
if I had they keep working, I believe maybe they can go to the finish because actually they have 1 minute advantage.
The helpers are almost 3 minutes behind them in group, 240 now. Let's see if they keep that work going.
If they keep working like that, they're going to go to the finish.
A
There are
pause is
lots of
requested by
laps.
Ibra. A pause is requested by Ibra due to lag. Not sure if will be given or not. Okay, Daniel responds and acknowledges. Acknowledge the tribal chief.
And we have pause because
Ibra was lagging, yeah. Okay, let's try and understand where everyone is in this moment. So here we have the 83 mountains of Agap and Mendes.
yeah,
We're gonna have ahead 49 seconds only are the ones from Nico, Basso, and Joe.
me if they come back, Miko has an numerical advantage.
Yeah, because he has the 79 rider exactly there behind him, and meanwhile, Basso and Joe are only 1 minute and a half down, so it's not terrible, but Nico could try and use the 79 to keep that gap going.
Yeah, yeah, I confirm what I said. This stage is very very good.
It has been very good indeed, and the uncertainty is in the air because the next climb, Cola del Toro, is going to be a massive one as well. Not long, but steep.
Yeah, and it's going to be consuming for bars of the riders who are going a full pace since Finestra.
Yeah, especially those trying to play catch up like these.
Yeah, I don't think they will come back. To be honest, I think in the end it's going to be for the climbers because actually the separation made by Finestre was too heavy to close.
Which, as I said before you joined me, this was exactly what I expected. That the pace would be so high, that the gameplay would be as it has been during the whole season. That this was the big risk. And
Yeah,
in one hand, it's been pretty good. So let's see.
yeah, they did fine in trying to set different tactics, but as I said, in the end, okay, now they're coming back together, everyone. While they start Colle del Cro, which starts already before the first steep ramp. I think now P will come back on the riders ahead, but now it's going to be auto pace, I believe. So let's see.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. I'm
Which I
curious.
will defend to my deathbed that the way that the game has been this year is pretty much useless.
Yeah, but the problem are game dynamics were made like shit actually
Yeah,
because
exactly, exactly.
if you would actually manage on those sharp percentages or on hard couple sections, you would have a real advantage on
Exactly,
everyone.
exactly. It's the way the game works that makes it
Yeah,
unbearable on those.
yeah, yeah. The game is actually shit made.
Tuka
I
trying
can't.
to get to stay ahead, and Miko and Joe now
He
playing catch
spent
up.
a lot. He spent a lot,
Ooh, and he's trying
and
to
he's
drop Joe
spending a
behind
lot
as well.
behind too.
Tuka trying to keep that gap,
Yeah, he's going to lose
but
energy,
Joe
I
is
guess.
catching up because he wouldn't Kim Basso too hard. Let's see if they have anything left in the tank for the final kilometer and a half. With
Yeah, I
Miko
think
trying to join,
Miko can be an advantage, but let's see.
but they are
Maybe they get
sticking with the
sufficient
gap
advantage.
into the climb, which is very important for them to make the others also spend energy. And Miko might actually no, he's not. He's got blocks by
No,
Basso. It's karma,
Basso won
bitch.
it.
KOM, bro. KOM.
And top of the second,
Miko is in
Joe
the
Smith.
best. Miko is still in the best position, I think.
He is indeed. I mean, I'm trying to see where the 79 guy is. Yeah, still have a good advantage there to the other guys, and he's still close to the
Yeah,
83s
they're back.
of the others. Everyone's back
They're
together
back,
with the
and he's going
leaders.
to have his helpers back.
Panto desperately trying to play catch up, and he manages to re-enter the group, and in time to still get some rapid bell, but just has denied.
And Joe goes, yeah, he has to do this because now he has to make Miko work
Yep. Great move from
or
Joe, but let's
attack.
see.
If Miko attacks, obviously Joe is with him, so
Wait. Who does Mendes have here? Rodriguez Bilbao is what, the 79?
no,
It's
it's
the puncher,
he's
okay.
the rider.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Ibra isn't going to come back, I think.
no, I think the
Okay,
win
Joe
is.
has been catched. Now Miko wants to keep it to until the sprint. I don't know.
And this is exactly what Miko needs to do. Use Powerpato because if he doesn't, he risks Basso and Joe catching up with
No,
their
yeah,
puncher.
but he's risking to
With the
make them
75s.
coming back all the same.
Yeah, he's been a bit uncoordinated as we speak. The gap is shrinking.
And Miko is probably gifting. Yeah, he's gifting me Joe and
Uh,
Basso right now.
Stay in A1 for a bit. I want to see if they're working together or if there's going to be any disagreement there. Joe
Yeah, they were
starting with
working
him.
actually, but oh,
Oh,
Ibra
right.
joined, and this is the best position now for him.
The
This is
puncher.
actually now the best position.
Yep, yep. Pretty good if they can take it back. It's still a minute though. Let's see. Yeah, back to A1 now. Oh, wait, first check is actually gonna go.
No, I was trying,
And Joe
but
Whiteley trying to.
I
Yeah,
don't
he was
know
trying.
what's Basso. I don't know what's Basso doing with pacing every rider with every
Okay,
rider
Joe.
the same.
Joe strikes. Joe tries to put his 75 back with the front group. I think he's gonna succeed. I'm not sure. Doing some drag to the
Yeah, he
motorbike
may,
there.
but if now Miko,
We need to call the stewards of the race because he was actually using the motorbike to his advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be tense. Miko is coming
Okay,
back.
perfect scenario for Joe. He gets the 79 guy. I think Basso's gonna get him to unless Joe still has energy to try and put Thomas there doing some work,
Yeah.
and he does.
And let's see if Basso can make this rider join because now we have the intermediate sprint too.
Yeah, and it's around less than 15 kilometers to go when that sprint is happening. So this will
Yeah,
affect the energies for the ending. They need to be careful.
yeah,
And
for
Basso was the
sure.
one attacking for him with Tuca. And Joe Whiteley following with someone. I think it was Yates, but he got collected third. I think Igap was second.
Yeah, and the Basso and Ibra won't come back. They couldn't.
Thomas is
Yeah, it's
still.
going to be a nice sprint, but I believe Yates still hasn't the right amount of
Yeah, I
energies.
think in that sprint it was visible. He died early. Let's see if he can recover a bit now until the sprint.
Also, Thomas isn't going to be a good launching platform because, yeah, Mendes goes. This is the right move.
And they got joining him immediately. They know this is their best chance now.
Yeah, they have to pace. They have to pace together if they want to take something from this race. And they almost got dropped.
This is exactly what Miko and Joe, that have two guys, don't want to hear because they'll have to spend energy, extra energy with the guys they have to
Yeah.
catch up.
Now it's going to be a crazy fight for the right wheels.
Ebert will not rejoin as much as he is trying. It's not going to happen. And so now we have the sprint. Everyone is represented. Only two have the extra helper that is Miko, also Joe.
Yeah,
Ooh.
let's see what happens.
It's a
It's
short
going to
sprint.
be
Blocks
tense.
shouldn't be a major issue, but let's see how it goes. 2 kilometers to go. Joe positioning himself ahead. Miko as well. They have the extra helper. They have the platform for the
Someone should
launch.
start now.
Oh, Joe goes. Let's see what. I don't know if Gates has the energy to go. I don't know. He does. He does. He does. He does. Joe wants to take win, and Boss is going to be second. Let's see where we go for him. And Gap's going to be third again.
Yeah, they had to start sooner than they had to start sooner
Yep.
because
And
if you go in the sprint, then the sprint was really short. So Yates could have had an advantage because of his bars.
we
He
are
didn't
very.
have good bars as the climbers, but the short sprint advantaged him. So
And Miko was only fourth. Eber was only fifth, and Mendez again in the mud sixth. We are very, very interested to see the standings after stage two because of the KOMs and ISs to see
yeah,
how the fight, which is now being clear between Basso and Joe, is going. We do have those standings here, and let me
I
tell you
think
how it
Basso
is.
is first, I believe.
Yep.
Joe maybe now is second.
After
No,
stage
he's
one,
second for sure.
After stage one, I can tell you, before we get to the updated version, it was Basso leading 105 points, Nico second 74, Agap third 53, Joe fourth 49, Mendes fifth 45, and Ibrahim with 35.
Yeah, now we have to see how much points they gathered on the climbs.
Yep, it's going to be really important because Joe gets 149, but Basso 175 just with stage results. Let's see if Joe gets closer or far away from Basso with the intermediates and KOMs.
I'm going AFK for a moment.
All right, I'll see you soon. And we are waiting for the updated standings. I'm looking for them as well, see if they already exist. And inline, inline, inline. Here we go. Wait, where's the final? Oh, there it is. Okay. Also says could have been first if I wasn't a dumb fuck. His words, just quoting. We are still waiting to see the. Oh, actually, I do have some screens here. Basso took like 20 points at the very least. Joe took 5, 8, 9. So Basso gains there. In the KOMs, it was 18 for Miko, 50 for Basel, 6 for Joe. Basel actually is going to extend his lead. So good stuff for the Slovakian. For Basel, despite the second place, this is a best case scenario within the possible because he will gain advantage to Joe, that is now in the second place, I believe, uh, after a good performance in the intermediates and columns. We are waiting for the updated standings. Quick reminder that the stage classification was Joe Whiteley winning with Adam Yates, Samuel Tuka for Basel second. To note that this is a 75 mountain rider. Tuka is the 83 mountain rider. The 83 mountain rider for AGAP doing third. Fourth was David Godou, also 83. Usama is also the 83 from Libre, if I recall correctly, fifth. And Carlos Rodriguez, Ibras Mendes' 83 mountain rider was sixth. Seventh was Joe, with Gavin Thomas, his mountain leader as well. So first and seventh for Joe, first and seven, sorry, because 79 closed in eighth also at the same time, and then only Ibra Spencer at 123 and ninth, and in 10th place, another rider from Basel, and then his second rider, second helper to the rider in 11th same time. And then there were big gaps of 3 minutes to Peo Bilbao from Mendes. And everyone is AFK, but I'm still waiting for the standing. I believe Ben Young, even Nico should be doing that. Quick reminder that the PCM IMA Champions League is sponsored by Nacon and Cyanide. Nacon and Cyanide will present Pro Cycling Manager 2024 later this year, and we still hope to see as well 1 year later how the 2025 edition will be, as we expect a new game engine. You can now purchase both Tour de France 2023 and Pro Cycling Manager 2023 on Steam and other digital platforms. Experience the cycling career, some online races, the pro cycling mode. For Pro Cycling Manager, there's a lot of good stuff, as I said. Tour de France also has quite a few cool options. You can try both games. You can purchase them now. They are for sale since June last year, and new versions will be here later on, I think in June as well. So, Basel is currently leading 210 points. Joe Whiteley is second, 164. Miko is third, 136. Agap is fourth, 132. Big fight here between Miko and Agap for the bronze. Mendes is fifth, 67, and Libre is sixth, and Milmud with 65, only 2 points behind Mendes though. Realistically, I think the first four spots are in contention for medals, unless something dramatic happens to them, and Mendes and Libre could theoretically still recover to maybe make bronze. For Joe and Basso, uh, things are a bit better for Basso right now. It's 46 points gap on Joe Whiteley, but a stage win and a good performance in Cow-Lambs and intermediate sprints is going to be what decides of Inline. Right now, Basso taking that lead, going with it, looking fine for the Slovakian rider. Like I said, 46 points. And after stage one, I think I still have the classification here somewhere. Let's see, it was actually 56. So, small loss there of 10 points. It's down to 46. There was actually, due to the stage points, a recovery for Joe. Uh, no, this makes no sense. I think I did my math wrong here. Okay, 46, and here. Oh yes, Joe likely had a better performance. Okay, this is correct. It's a 10-point gap that was shrunk. So, as I said, it is correct indeed. 46 points the distance between Basso and Joe. It's a respectable distance. It's not a guaranteed window. Joe can still try and turn this around. Miko realistically seems to be out in cold unless something tragic happens to Basso. So I believe that Miko and the A Gap will be the big contenders for the bronze medal. Maybe silver if could get great results, one of them. For now, Miko can still fight Joe for the silver as well. He has 136 points. That's 28 points only behind Joe. That is very open. Uh, the gold also means the fight for the gold here also means that Basso and Joe Whiteley will likely be the ones fighting for the overall medal. So we're about to launch the final stage where everything will be decided. Quick reminder: Basso leading 210 points, Joe Whiteley 164, then 136, Agap fourth 122, Mendes fifth 67, and Ibra in the mud with 65. Yes, I do. I was already saying it for like the third time. Wait, I have messages here. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, carry on, man. It's 46 actually. The main question now being done, Emma is asking, and very well to do so because it's the most important question when it comes to effectual goal. If you are Basso, you have 46 points advantage. Do you go for KOM and intermediate sprints ignoring stage, or do you play for the stage? Uh, I think that 46 points is a good lead. You could, and you actually need to go back and see the stage profile to better clarify this. Because I think there's quite a few. KOM, bro, KOM. You see, here it is somewhere. No, it's not here.
Ole,
Oh,
ole.
Ibra,
So
thoughts?
I don't want to talk, my friend.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk to you at the end. Maybe you can still
No,
recover
no, I'm
from.
here. I'm here.
It's not been the best of races to you. What happened to you in the second stage?
Well, bro, I lost two sprints. That's what happened. So I can do
Okay.
Francesco said, I suck at sprints, so this is not really something I can win in.
I guess
Just sprint,
Grossi has you figured all along, or had you figured out?
just sprint and pray. That's the whole parkour of this season, Champions League.
To answer Emil's question, there are a lot of points, and for the columns here, there's one intermediate sprint. Basso has that lead. It is important to note that what he does will also be dependent of Joe of what Joe does. Joe will definitely be aggressive and get these guys in the mountain, which means and get these guys in the break, which means Basso has to do that. But Basso has the advantage of being able to defend and to control. So he gets those guys in the break. He can mark Joe there. He can manage towards the stage. He can try and see his options and how they will work, depending on how the stage evolves. I think his best option is actually focusing on decent KOM and intermediate sprint performances while still targeting just a either a better finish than Joe or right behind Joe. Also has the luxury of being able to not need to win the stage as long as he defends well in the columns and intermediate sprint. So
Go
Basso
in,
has that
bro.
luxury.
Go in.
He should play for both. He can play for both. He doesn't need to win both. He just needs to defend, and that's enough for him. By the way, you can't attack. You lose like 40 seconds on final sprints, and then there from the stage. It's last 500 meters are super hard, and he notes that there are
A rider is
210
dipping his turns
kilometers
alone.
between Basso and his first gold in a main road Champions League or World Championship competition. This is true. Uh, can Basso overcome the odds that have surprisingly been against him for a long time after many
He's broke from
failures?
the
This
pack
might
like
be
a
his night.
greyhound.
And AGAP has Ponomato ahead. Ibra already responding with four riders. Joe Whiteley with Ducati. And let's see what Basso does here. This is what exactly what I was talking about. Basso can afford the luxury of waiting a few moments to see what Joe does. respond, and he needs to stick to Joe, both in the break and in the favorites loop. That's all he has to do. Defend, not lose too much points. If Joe wins, it can be second, occasionally even third. There's no big need for Basso to kill himself or to abdicate from one of the things when he just needs to control the race situation both in the break and in the peloton, just marking Joe on both. Mm. As we speak, Thomas Pitcock is already chasing Ponoma for the first KLM, Bro KLM of the day, Côte de Chalon. And Basso, as I said, he had that luxury of first being able to see what is Joe doing, and now I'm going to do the same. And there he goes. This exactly is what he needs. He's going to be first place, Joe was second, Igap was first, Basso's doing his job
KOM, bro.
for now.
KOM.
This is exactly what he needs. He marks Joe, he responds to Joe, and if he's doing that on the break and keeping an eye on him on the peloton, he will be fine. And Joe trying to take advantage of this messy situation to try and drop Basso right into it. Who's with start check? Is it Tuca?
Joe already on the attack. Yeah.
Yeah, Grassi, welcome back. I was talking with EMEA about what Basso needs to do. In my opinion, after I saw the standings, Basso is in a privileged position. He can afford to just control what Joe is doing, see what he's doing, just respond in both break and mark him in the favorites loop. Doesn't even need to beat him, just needs to make sure that Joe doesn't get too many points and just mark him in the
He
favorites
can
loop.
even afford someone to go on the attack and
Exactly.
stealing win points.
Exactly. I was saying he just needs to pay attention to Joe, mark him. If Joe has a guy on the break for points, he needs to put one there. Doesn't need to kill himself. So, do you agree with that?
Yeah, he did. He needs to not overextend himself. Basically,
Exactly.
that's all he needs.
There's he has the luxury of being able to defend, and that's what he should do, and he's been doing it so far. Joe again trying to get a breakthrough,
Yeah, he wants to go for the intermediate sprint, obviously.
and Basso immediately following again. Basso playing it well. Doesn't need this though, but just needs to
Yeah,
keep
he
an eye.
overdid the bit.
Yeah.
And Miko, yeah, now Joe on the full team attack.
Joe on the full team attack, trying to take advantage of the Basso moment, but
But
will not be
also
enough.
Miko also is working with Basso actually.
Yeah, the way Miko extended himself there is also pretty much closing Joe's attempt for
And
no real reason.
again, Joe pushes hard. He's trying to go full team attack and he's trying to surprise again Basso. And he probably did, even if the group now stretched a
Yeah.
lot without breaking though.
By the way, I was asked what Basso needed to do, but I'm also going to say what Joe needs to do, exactly what he's doing. See if you can catch here and there Basso on surprise and see if you can dominate the KOMs and intermediate sprints.
Yeah, but doing like this,
Yeah,
Joe
no,
is
not
risking a
constantly,
bit
not
too.
constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah, not constantly. But if
because
he
he
gets
already
a chance,
attacked a lot for being
yeah,
30 kilometers into the stage.
if he gets a chance here and there, he can try. But he shouldn't be obsessed about doing it for the whole stage. He needs to focus on getting good points before the finish line and trying to
Hmm.
win the stage. He definitely needs to win that stage.
Yeah, he has to win firstly, and also to. The problem is if if Bazo marks him on every KOM, then Joe needs to win and hoping that
Tiger.
Basso have a shit placement in the finish, which is hard, which is an hard set of combination to
Yeah,
happen.
Bastos seems to be on the right mood today after having a good start run, so this might be his
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, and also now the race situation actually looks good for him because pace is constantly high because there are people behind who are going not to come back actually at the moment because Miko is pacing hard not to allow them to come back, which is useless actually, I believe.
Trying to
But yeah,
see who Joe and Basso. Oh, actually, Joe seems to have six here and Basso as well. Quick look.
what the fuck?
Quick, I know, I mean, I already saw it. Chill. quick look at the rosters for the final stage. Everyone has the 83, the 79, and the 75 climber. Everyone has the puncher and 78 sprinter as well. What everyone doesn't have is the 82 couples guy taken only by Nico, Basso, and Ibra, as well as ATAB. Miz decided to choose instead of the 82 couple guy the 81 flat guy, and Joe said none of them. I'll take the time trialist. Thoughts, Russell?
Mendez and the Ibra are in the mud right now, and Joe is attacking, trying to go for the K for the intermediate sprint.
Is Joe overextending himself here, Rossi?
No, he has to take points because intermediate sprints are actually worth more than KOMs, and this is a stupid thing to be honest. But rules are rules, so I believe he's playing by rules. And
Yes.
if he gets first and second place, he gets 17 points, which is half of his disadvantage. So now
Uh,
Bazo has to close down immediately
I just
because
noticed the chat.
points.
Sorry to interrupt you. We have Dida Moore saying well a stage, probably meaning last one. Uh, we have Chris saying
Now Bazo
PCM.
goes. Bazo attacked with the full team.
Ooh, and Joe has to respond here.
No, not the full team.
Not
Not
full
the full
team,
team. But
but Joe needs
yeah,
to respond here.
he kept the climber behind.
He
But
needs to
that's it.
put an additional rider there or close it now, and he's gonna do so.
And then he closes himself. Well, he's doing what is right. Well, Ibrahim Mendez are going to get last places, and I believe that this is bad for Joe because
Yeah, he needed
this means
more
that
people stealing
Basso,
points.
yeah, this means that Basso has actually all the possibilities of not being last,
Yeah,
which
PCM
means
less
less.
people to fight for the points, less points to lose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
by
to
the
be
way,
honest, if Joe wins, it's still, and if Joe wins and Basso gets the first place, it's still Joe winning because the difference is like 65 points.
wait,
No,
the difference on the stage?
55. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if Joe wins and Basso gets fourth,
Oh,
but
fourth. I
Joe
thought you were
gets
saying second. Ah, okay, yeah, but
no, no,
fourth
no, no.
is a reach.
Yeah. Also, Joe is trying desperately to go, and actually, Agap with the full move is trying to gain points. And
Welcome
obviously,
to
Basso likes
welcome
this.
to DDA and Chris. Chris was also saying PCM UK for all roads W's. Oh well, who won classics again? Classics didn't happen this year, Chris. That's what happened. They were not fought for. They were not contested. No one won classics. In the case of Kai Basso Joe, Basso is ahead because of better semifinal, which is quite shit to be honest. I still think that's a terrible tiebreak. It has always been last race. I still don't know why it isn't.
Well, Agap, I don't know. Agap alone trying to win
AGAP
the
doing
sprint.
AGAP things is the question, the sentence you're looking for.
Yeah. While the situation for Mendez and Ibra is looking worse.
Yeah,
They have three
man.
minutes.
He beat Joe in the semifinals, but what if he hadn't? I don't even know if they played in the same group. Which, if they didn't, makes a big difference. If they did, uh, it happened to be the case this year. Doesn't necessarily means it will always be the case. I know doesn't mean it will happen every year. So it's a shitty system. I mean, last race just makes the
Well,
racing more
Agap is
exciting.
going to win the intermediate
Oh,
sprint.
and Mickey Mousing AGAP is actually going to succeed in his move. Good stuff. But let's see between Basso and Joe Whiteley who's going to steal two. It's Basso.
Basso gets the second place.
Basso Mendes maybe third. Uh, it says Joe, so let's see. This says everything Joe
Mendez.
doesn't need.
I believe it was Miko second, but yeah, maybe.
It was, I think, Miko and Mendes will be second, third by each order because they were really fast there at the end. Yes, Chris, but it will. Any good help will be welcome for the World Championships, by the way. Ben says Joe, so it is correct.
Okay,
Wait,
now
Joe
attacks are
second?
starting for the KOM of Mont Salève, which is one of the hardest climb of the day.
Okay, quick update. Joe was actually second in the intermediate sprint. I think Basso was third.
Strange.
Well, you know that only the host has the
Our
correct
riders are
view and
going through a
perspective.
very tough portion with
Apparently,
restrictions
even
up
the
of
host
10%.
hasn't the right
No, Emea
perspective.
isn't the host. Ben Young is the host.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. We will see what the final graphic says.
That's
And
exactly what the
Agap,
final graphic is going to say.
Agap
Yep, I got
goes
going again.
Inside the breakaway group.
with the flat guy.
I, can, it's the cobble thing.
Why? Why?
Um, I don't know. I wish I could put logic in some of the moves being done in this Champions League, but we both know that's not going to
I
happen.
think Mendez and Ibra came back.
Yeah, they did. I can confirm that.
Well, Monsalve was actually the hardest percentages here, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen because fight for the KOM is going to be brutal. And well, Basso is going alone, trying to win the KOM, and he's pacing also in the group behind, which is actually not the
Um,
smartest of moves.
Balso is definitely trying to knock out Joe here, already trying to get the KOM in a good position to do so, and now moving with his entire team ahead. Let's see
Yeah,
if
he's
he
going to
attacks
win
him.
the KOM,
Uh,
but he's losing energies.
for Basso, the greatest scenario right now would be if Ibra and Mendes, or one of them, went to the front, and Joe would be the one
Yeah,
leading the chase.
yeah, that would be actually the greatest thing that could happen to Basso, but I don't know.
Oh, and Daniel Mika trying to get there in time. Does he still have the energy?
Yeah, he's going to lose the sprint because he's dead.
He's only going to be third. Wait, who's fourth? It's going to be Agap too.
Yeah,
KOM.
Joe might actually
KOM.
be waiting to see. I mean, he's going to pass with these two.
Joe is baiting
Yeah,
him.
yeah, exactly. I want to see the response.
Yeah, I left him, which is right actually because
Yeah.
where is Joe going
Well,
to nowhere.
They're over the
well,
top
for
and
Joe,
heading
So
back
he,
maybe
towards
there
the
were
right
some
after the
points
lift.
still
They'll be able
also.
to get
no,
some
no, there
straight
were,
back.
but Joe will appreciate the free time if it means he can join that front group to try and gain some more points.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And it is indeed what's about to happen. So, 2 minutes for the Peloton and E2. I don't know for E1. Let's try to understand ahead, Emir. I need to see the gaps and who's ahead. I think it's still Bassel's rider. Emir reminds us that it was in this exact stage where Joe Whiteley won his first Tour gold medal in the World Championships. He was defending yellow jersey. It was the last stage. I remember that actually, yes.
No, I don't remember. Where?
Where what?
I think I lost you like 5 minutes ago.
Can you hear me now?
You were talking about defending Jersey.
Oh, I was saying that it was in this. Emir is reminding us that it was in this exact stage that Joe Whiteley, who's fighting for the win tonight as well, won his first Tour gold medal at a World Championship. He was the defending yellow jersey,
Yeah,
and
probably, yeah. Probably you're
it
right.
was I remember now that I mentioned it, and he managed to defend that win in the final stage as the yellow jersey.
Yeah, because actually, yeah, I believe that that final was a bit strange, to be honest.
I
Because
think it
of
was 20, not sure.
Davi was dropped in the second stage, so actually they cooperated more than attacking Joe, who was leader already after the first stage. So most of the stages were to defend against Davi, because also Davi in the third stage went to attack, and they tried to
Espero que non
cooperate
andare
to
in Dubai.
avoid him coming back in classification. So in the end, yeah, he
No,
could defend pretty well the situation in the final stage.
It was 20 maybe. Okay, Mendes is moving. Let's
Yeah,
get back into the
Mendes
race.
attacked, and this is the best situation as possible for Basso. And Miko is making big gift because he tried to attack.
Let's see the response,
Yeah,
if
now
there's
Joe
any.
is trying to probably is going to go probably, but
He
now
needs to
Mendes
either
has
do
already
that.
one minute.
He needs to either
Hey,
do that or
Joe.
face, and he's gonna go.
Yeah, but Miko and Basso are ready to close on him.
Basso is like a hawk keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, he has to do this. But I don't know if Joe was attacking with the climber though. I don't see him.
No, but
No,
Basso
yeah,
knows that
it was the time.
he needs to put a couple of guys with Joe ahead to fight for points and nothing more at this point.
Yeah, I think so. But to be honest, he could also afford Mendes to go, and Joe goes
And
again.
Joe goes again, and this time decisively, or a bit more decisively than last time, but Basso still has
Yeah,
time to close that.
Basso has the flat, the cobbler
Yeah,
that can make loads of work here. In fact, he
and he
closes.
closes, which means
Joe has
Mendes.
the climber. Joe has the climber there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he attacked with the climber too. So Joe
no,
has lost
yes.
already two riders.
Oof, terrible scenario.
Yeah, Basso has
Basso
still
still
all
has
the
six.
riders. Yeah, but now he's
Ooh.
going to waste some because
Joe is living dangerously right now.
Basso is losing riders here. Yeah, he is wasting riders to attack. Now he's exposing himself a bit too much, maybe because okay, but yeah, the attack. Yeah, I always feel like attacking from the group when you're leader is like exposing yourself a bit. But yeah, to try avoid the big acceleration with riders is a correct move. Yes, you have to do it with the right timing though, because yeah, he's been catched. Now Agap looks like he's trying to go.
Trying to
And
see.
Ibra too. Ibra should try to go now because yeah, now he's
I'm
going.
trying to see if Ibra has five as well. Okay, he does. Basso is still the only guy with six riders, I think.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Now Ibra's 4. I believe now the situation is the worst possible for Joe and Miko. In fact, Miko is going. This is dangerous for Basso, but
It
it's
is.
more dangerous for Joe, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, Basso now has to work though because he's the one with the most men. He has still this full team. Yeah.
And he's accelerating.
Yeah, I was trying to put pressure on Joe, trying to make him suffer.
Big question here is can Joe, probably the most cold guy competitively, the calmest guy when it comes to making tough calls, can he stay calm and cool today and try and get the job done?
Yeah, I think he can, but race situations are about calmness, but also they're not about calmness. It's more about how people play, and now you are put in situations, and sometimes you can't avoid bad situation coming your way. So even if he is very calm, this is a bad situation, and he couldn't do anything
Yeah, but
in order to
this
prevent
is
it.
one of the main weapons of Joe to recognize, unlike so many of us, when you're in a bad situation and instead of trying to fix it when it isn't fixable, you have to deal with what you have and do the best you can.
Yeah, yeah, I think that may give him still a shot, but
But
Yeah,
my
it's
question is,
pretty.
if at this point with Basso, because Basso has been pressing hard, let's be honest, which is his job. Let's see if that this will get to Joe's nerves or not.
I'm not understanding currently the move by Basso
Same.
because he's losing energies, and yeah, probably he's just trying to make the riders have some advantage.
Put that on stream,
So,
yeah.
but he's pacing hard. So, I mean, I think the hill rider could even not end up with the same group with the riders he's chasing. And now
And
A-Gap has to work. Yeah, A-Gap has to work here.
and this is the moment where Joe again is showing that calm because he knows he cannot kill himself to follow those two riders, even
Yeah.
if it's not ideal for Basso to have them there. He has to live with it.
Yeah, but now it becomes dangerous because if Miko wins, I think Miko could have the chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, and he at the very least could actually easily pass Joe if you win.
Yeah, which is now, yeah, but actually the situation is bad for everyone. Yeah, it's bad for Basso and Joe, I think.
The situation is very messy right now.
Yeah, and let's see. Ibra goes, and Miko is already alone. Well,
It's
almost everyone has lost the 78
KOM
because
for
actually
KOM
the
group.
pace.
KOM.
KOM for Ibra, second place for Miku, did not see third. Mendes maybe.
Well,
And Joe now trying to drop Tuca and Tuca is isolated.
yeah, but yes, the rider ahead. He
He
makes.
has, but this the moment where he has to accelerate is exactly where he needed the helper. So Joe trying to get the marginal gain where he can.
Yeah, but this doesn't make a big difference actually.
Not at all, yeah, but Joe has to try and play with what he has at hand. Let's see what he's gonna do now.
Also, it looks like Lohinsky is going to come back.
He will. And trying to see here
The
where
problem
everyone
for
is.
the actual problem for Joe is that he isn't getting mountain points.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario for him. He has a gap to close, and so far, even if shortly, Basso has extended it in the early call ends.
Yeah, I think yeah he can attack, but the problem is he isn't getting points. That's the main problem. Even if this may change
He's trying
because
to make Lohinsky not return.
tougher, yeah. So they are equal in numbers.
Don't think Lohinsky will last for long, but he rejoined. And Joe attacks.
And
That's very
Joe
cool.
goes. And Loinsky at this point, just continues his big work.
Yeah, means he will die early, but Basso has the extra rider to compensate.
Yeah. Yeah. Bazo is playing this perfectly at the moment, and he was right also in sending Zverchek ahead
Yeah, I mean,
because with the advantage he gained, actually he came back to him at the right
it,
moment.
it worked well, yeah, but if Joe had managed to make a gap somehow, it could have been different. However, Basso's playing it very well.
Yes, but yeah, Bazo was very reactive there because actually, if he lost the wheels, that would have been a massive
And
problem.
Nico accelerated to the KOM.
Ballsy, you have to admit. And Bazo now was 5.
Yeah, that's the best possible outcome for Basso.
Yeah,
But Ibra
yeah,
going to attack the
he's
two
playing really
riders.
good.
KOM group. KOM.
So 2 points for Mendes and Luca,
Behind.
1 point for
Oh, there
Ibra.
they are.
And now we are going into the final climbs: Calderon, Col de la Colombière, and then Crête du Merle. But
Yeah, it is.
Calderon
I agree
and
on that.
Col de la Colombière are very close. There is a small downhill between them. So basically, it's a whole climb. No,
It is,
Miko.
and
It was Miko getting the points, not.
you don't even need to ask, but for the stream, it is a pertinent question, and I'll answer. And then hear also Rossi's opinion. Is the only weapon of Joe right now transforming it in a 83 mountain 1v1 and hoping he wins and also loses the Mickey Mousery? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Because obviously, if he tries to attack, Baso is going to close him, and so he needs now to. To be honest, he will need first to get points on those climbs, the most points as he can. But now with Ibra
I don't
attacks,
I don't think
he's
he can make it all work at this point.
yeah,
He might have to forget the points and try and find the balance in winning and hoping that Basso doesn't get second.
yeah. He has to hope. Yeah, he has to hope this.
Look at
But
that
with
final
the way
slope.
Baso is playing, I believe he has the best bars right now.
Yeah.
So it will be, need some miracle to yeah. Now Joe is
I
sending
think
riders
Joe
to take
recovered the
points.
rider, so he's sending two ahead to respond to Basso. I think he has two back. Yeah. That final slope though is astonishingly punishing.
Yeah, Basso is going too hard, I think, because the climb is long and there is another climb after.
And Ibra means business. This is his only shot to try and improve his classification, to try and make this work. So he's not going to care to be kind for Basso. He just wants to
Yeah,
get a gap.
Ibra needs to go not very slow too, because not very fast also because and
Yeah.
now Basso is attacking. Basso is attacking, and Joe is a bit behind.
But Joe has the perfect scenario there where he can try and use the guy ahead to help him close if needed.
Yeah,
But let's
Basso has
see.
five, and
Yeah,
Agap is as close than him.
A-Gap doing the job perfectly as Joe expected. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, I did expect this to happen. 59 seconds for Ibra and what's his name? Because I forgot Usama or something like that.
Usama Zadem.
Okay, thank you.
Hussein. Saddam Hussein.
What? Sorry?
Sorry.
What?
His full name is Osama Saddam Hussein.
I don't care.
Ratio.
Okay, thank you, Ibra, for the clarification. Saddam
Agap,
Hussein, he clarifies
yeah,
Saddam Hussein.
yeah. Ibra. So on the attack, Agap is pacing and he's closing.
Yeah, and best case scenario for Ibra, as we
Now,
talked earlier,
Basso
for
is
Basso.
doing, yeah, Basso is closing too much on these guys. Now he's overextending himself, I
Basso
believe.
was fine with Ibra at the front, but Agap also wants a shot, so let's see how this ends up.
Yeah, but even if Agap goes, it's still good for Basso.
And he goes. Mende is not
Yeah,
responding though.
now the climb becomes easier.
Actually, he is. And Joe is right behind Miko. Where's Basso? Where the fuck is Basso Emea?
Basso dropped.
Okay, Kawem is
No,
swimming
he
for
came
Ibra.
back.
Where
He
did he
came
do
back.
that?
He came back. He came back.
He came back.
KOM, bro.
This has
KOM.
been a very, very tense fight between the Slovakian and the Brit.
Yeah, this has been good because also the stage. Uh, the
Check
stage was
numbers.
good.
Emea, we have 3 for Joe and 4 for Basso, I believe. Yes.
And three for Miko too.
Oh, yes,
Everyone
3.
has three.
Except Basso.
Everyone has three except Baso was four. Maybe Agap. No, Mendes has
Mendes has
four
4 as well. Pretty
actually,
good.
and
Pretty
Agap
good.
has two. Mendes could actually win the stage if
Best possible outcome for Basso is if one of those guys in the last spots takes the stage.
Miko recovers an helper.
And
And now goes. The only
Joe
chance
is
for Miko is to win.
yeah, and Joe is in worst case scenario mode because of the disadvantage in numbers. But
Yeah,
let's see what happens here. Miko recovers him, but quickly loses him as well. But Basso's helper is still standing strong.
I
Will
think in the
probably
end, I think probably in the end Joe will settle down for silver.
needs to at this point.
Yeah, because it's pretty difficult to
It's
close.
out of his hands because
Yeah,
the stage win only isn't enough. He needs Basso to not be second at the very least. So it's out of his hands. He needs to settle on his pace and hope for the best.
yeah, he needs actually needs yeah, Basso actually did the right move in letting me go, probably. Even if I don't know if Miko wins the stage, maybe there is still possibility he wins the whole thing. So I don't know.
No, only if Basso had a terrible ending like sixth or
Yeah,
something.
but at the moment it's Basso and Joe fifth and sixth.
Yeah. Although I doubt that it will end up that way. Let's not forget that
Because
final climb is going to be heavy, and those pressing at the front right now could pay for it. This might end up becoming the Basso Joe battle at the end. Let's see.
yeah, let's see. Agap is going strong, and Mendes isn't participating on the sprint on the climb.
Smart move.
And
Basso
KOM, bro.
attacking.
Basso tries to
KOM.
drop Joe.
Behind. See. I thought there was three, but no, it's 2-2.
Yeah, I did because probably Carty wasn't in the best conditions.
Helper here should be a huge advantage, says Emil. I agree. But hey, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's 1 minute 28, and it's not really a big climb.
yeah, but now they have a false flat section before the start of the climb, where obviously it's not even false flat; it's actually climbing. Also, I think Joe is resting his helper more.
Also now, let's see. He has 23 seconds on Joe. He's
Yeah,
trying to pressure the Brit by again pressing to catch the front group as soon as possible.
yeah. Instead, Joe is going calm.
Yeah, Joe is biding his time, knowing that he needs bars if he wants to still have a shot at something.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think Basso was too was a bit naive here.
Do you think he might pay for this effort, or is he still fine?
He may, he actually may pay, but yeah, if he now goes, he should go now for the
Climb is about to start.
stage, trying to not make
10
Joe coming
kilometers
back.
climb, and Basso is about to reach the front. Joe is 40 seconds down, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Mendes attacking as soon as Basso
yeah,
arrives.
he's recovering. He's recovering. Joe is recovering.
Well, Joe doesn't
Yeah,
have much time. He needs to do his recovery of a gap now, and he's doing so.
Now Basso should pace high.
He's trying now, but Joe has reached the group, and now it's a 1v1 fight between the two guys that have two riders, but
Okay,
Mendes is trying to deny them.
now Basso doesn't need to pace because actually this situation is all at disadvantage.
Ibra and Miko trying to push the pace and possibly get a gap. A gap trying to join.
Yeah, but again, Mendes picked the right moment to attack,
Mendes
but
seems to
let's
have the
see if
stage
he has
one,
leg.
unless he did not manage his energy well, because let's not forget that final part is excruciating.
Hey, Joe is almost dropping Basso. It almost did, but in the end he didn't. Ibra goes on the attack. We are on the final part of the climb. The
Joe is
hardest
in the
each.
best position approaching that final part of the climb, but Basso quickly
Yeah,
recovers. Joe needs to avoid the block there.
I think Joe in the end lost Cardi before because I think he had the worst. Yeah,
So
they pretty lost.
it's mutual. Yeah, they both lose it pretty much at the same time, and now it's going to be a 1v1 between them, I believe.
Yeah, which means actually Basso could use it a bit
This
better.
is everything is still possible because if Basso doesn't manage to be top two, and Joe actually manages to get the win, everything can still happen.
We will see because the final part of the climb is
Yeah.
pretty steep.
It's the steepest
Yeah,
part. Go to the front. Yes, thank you. We have
yeah,
Mendes, we have
because actually
Ibra.
Ibra Mendes,
Acceleration for Mendes, and I think Mendes is no stage winner. Even Miko.
They still aren't sprinting. Yeah,
Oh, but
and
Basso has the position and Mendes is gonna win the stage. Basso is the champion.
yeah,
He snatched victory in that mass sprint finish.
Mendes
He can
wins
thank his
easy.
teammates for
Ibra is
moving
going
him
to
Oh,
be
out in
last.
terrific
Ibra
conditions.
going backwards into possibly last place.
tragic, man.
Indeed, no, you did. No one's saying the opposite.
The tailenders are
And
still
Joe
coming
is
in.
only fifth. Joe is only fifth. We need to see. I think Miko is silver actually. Not sure about even Mendes. We need to see. Mendes might also be recovering into a medal. About ML? When? At the end? No, I see it. I'm just asking if something was already said. You think there will be, sir? You're not sure yet. No, I saw it, but I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. I think yes. Yeah, I saw it. I don't want to talk about it because, well, uh, we had enough of that. But if it was the case and we'll have the chance to see the replay, we will indeed comment. No, I need to see the distance exactly because of that. But if I recall correctly, if we didn't change the rules are because if it's damaging the possible stage victory, it might not matter. So we'll see. For now, ladies and gentlemen, Basso is the champion of Inline. Finally, his first major road gold medal in a major tournament.
Yeah,
Congratulations
but
to Basso.
yeah, but yeah, we'll need to see if actually the block he actually blocked Joe.
He
We have
did.
to see.
But the question is, we need to see the exact circumstances. I know he wanted to avoid Miko, but what he has done, given the situation, might actually be punished. But we need to be sure. That's why we didn't want to talk about it. But I think everyone saw it anyway. So uh, we are waiting for the confirmation of the standings. But since the stage isn't even over, we're going to start with the interviews while we wait for general standings. Although I don't like to do that because we're not even sure about the final standings. Mendes might have a medal. Miko might have passed Joe. Uh, we do have a clip, so let me see. We already have a clip. I'm gonna check it, and then I'm gonna move it forward. Uh, see. No, he did not have the right to avoid anything there. Yeah, I thought this was exactly the case. He does not have the right to avoid anything there, Emil, because you know as well as I, once the sprint is happening,
No,
move, you get
did
fucked.
Emina, sorry, did Emina said he has the right to forsake 22% gradient?
No, no, that's not what he said. He said maybe he had
Okay.
the, but maybe is because we hadn't seen the replay yet. He cannot move there. It's sprint underway, as I thought. That's why I didn't want to talk about it initially. I needed to see the replay. There's a replay in the complaints channel. So yes, it's a clear block in my opinion, but I'm not a judge, so nor can I be because I was commentating the race, so I have to speak about it anyway. Guys, thoughts on this tense situation at the end?
Oh my, holy shit,
Hmm?
Um,
holy
Grassi?
shit.
I don't know. I want to watch it again because yeah,
Channel
yeah,
of complaints, you
Yeah,
have the clip there, Grassi.
yeah. No, we're watching it into the stream right now.
Yeah, I'm already seeing as well. I already saw it in there, but here it already happened.
Um,
holy shit, that's bad. I don't
That's
know.
yeah,
brutal.
I don't
I
know
don't
those
know. I don't think
supervisors.
it's the most ideal of moves, to be honest.
It's brutal.
Yeah, I think he
Uh,
lose. He will lose his gold. Miko, not
I,
to Joe.
yeah, probably he tried to
Nico,
avoid Nico, but
Yeah,
if this appeal is decided before the stream ends, which might not be the case, obviously we might have an answer, but this could mean Nico is the actual champion, so I suppose he can't vote as well. This is going to
yeah,
be a messy situation.
yeah. This is going to be a bad situation because actually there is like conflict of
Uh,
interest. I don't know.
no, I mean,
bad.
those
Too
non
bad.
can't vote,
There
so
is no re.
those
There
non
is no. There is
There's
no
not.
reason to go right.
No, there is not. That was my original point. Yeah, there's no reason there. There's nothing
No
else to
reason
say.
to avoid Miko, but he would have never he doesn't have the red to even sprint out Miko. He's dead. Like his red is dead. Like if you can see, he can't sprint even if he's not blocked by Miko. That's bad.
What did you say? I didn't listen.
What would that mean? Am I in the standings? Oh yeah, that would mean yeah. You need would likely lose a medal. I need to recheck the standings. We are waiting for official standings without the appeal in question.
So many
Oh,
points in
oh,
Mountain
actually,
World.
yeah, I saw clear for six with the actual clip, so there is an official appeal already there. We will wait for it. We need to check the current standings without the appeal being considered yet, because the orga has to decide. This was a terrible way, I guess, to end what has been a great race so far. Do you guys agree?
To be honest, I believe it doesn't change anything if Basso
But that's the problem.
gets.
He
Bro,
didn't
Yeah,
even
if
bro,
need to
Basso
do it.
gets relegated to the last
no, no.
place, it still
You're
doesn't change
saying
anything.
It
no, no.
changes
It
that he
does. It
changes. He
does.
loses the gold medal because he gets
Miko
relegated
won.
and loses 30 points.
Doesn't change. Miko won silver because of this.
It's brutal.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah.
If the appeal gets accepted, I can now confirm. If the appeal got accepted, the punishment is actually in the rules would be relegation and loss of 30 points. This would mean Nico would be the champion.
No, wait. 50
Nico,
points. 50 points for third place, while sixth place gets 80 points, which means it's 32 points.
wait, does he get those points though? Because he gets minus 30 points for the block. I'm sure he doesn't get points, period, in sixth place even.
I don't
Uh,
know.
I need to confirm. I'm waiting here. He gets the sixth place points. That's just ludicrous, but okay. That means that Nico would be second only. So let's see. I have things here now. So the classification now. Okay. Trying to see how many are the points for sixth place. Though
80,
18.
18,
18, and Nico did how
which
many in
means
that stage?
32, which means 32 points difference between third place and
52,
last place.
82. How many points were there? Actually,
If he
no.
does, if he gets subtracted points,
Guys,
so
Nico is the champion.
275. No,
Oh, with the subtracted points is to have 275?
if you make a difference of 50 less 80, it's 18 is 32. Minus 32, I think it's
Confirmation.
242.
Confirmation is now that if the appeal is accepted, Daniel Miko would be champion of the world,
Ah,
so to speak, 235 points. Basso would be second, 213. Joe Whiteley
Yes.
would now be third, 206. Agap fourth, 202. Mendes fifth, 187. Ibra in the mud with 121. If the appeal is not accepted, Basso is the champion, 275. Miko second,
okay.
235. Joe still third, but with less 10 points, 196. Mendes fourth 187, Agap fifth 187, and Eager in the mud with 114. We can't wait any longer. We have to start the interviews, and I will call first of all Ibra because he was already here, and then we'll hear from Joe. Ibra, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, but he loses 30 DDA. Ibra, welcome. Um,
Oh.
that was not the best of races for you. Talk us through it. What went wrong?
As I said, after two stages, it's just two sprints, and after that, just you try your to just
Yeah, in the last stage, you were still clearly trying, obviously, to do your best, and you did, but that's
uh,
the risk of trying. But the
yeah,
two
it
first
was
stages, you think it was just the situation of the sprints, random sprints?
yeah, this just sprints, and I mean people sprint better than others, but it's not worthy of a final. But
Okay.
I would say that in third stage, uh, it wasn't like we didn't agree, but it was clear like Mendes and me were gonna attack, and if there is an opportunity for the other guy to just escape, I won't chase Mendes. It's stupid. Like he wouldn't chase me if I was in his place. We have only 60 points, so uh, it was for him, and he didn't get a medal, but it was close. So for me, I wouldn't say it was a disappointing final. I would say it's good to lose before World Cup, so I can win in the real
Do
competition.
you still believe that you're destined to get a gold medal in one of the main road events at the World Championships
Yes,
this year?
yes.
Yeah,
No,
he's
for me, no doubt. Especially if we don't have shit parkour, no doubt. I'm not
Well,
scared of anyone.
it's not like I'm part of Orca or you. I don't know. We don't know anything about it, but there's the a good hope that that will be the case. Good parkour. So let's hope.
Yeah, yeah,
well.
yeah.
Can I say the
Yes.
problem, even with good parkour, is
No, no.
people who plays it.
But that's what I'm gonna say. Even if we get the best possible parkours and the best possible EV and the best possible Mickey Mousery, there's still the way the game is played. It's broken, and the players playing it aren't even better. Some of them, not all, of course. Ibra, uh, you still have sprint though. What are your expectations for the final day of the Champions League?
Uh, Believe it or not, a sprint for me is the most important competition in Champions League. Like I wanted to test myself in this format before World Cup, like groups and stuff, and knockouts. Uh, this is like I'm confident about my level in World Cup in road, also in ITT, as I feel like I'm coming back to my real level, and just I want to do something special in track also. So
Um,
I will see if sprint works out. This is gonna be a good test playing
In
against
response to the comments of the last time you were here, calling some great man that I don't remember the name, Anoop, but he's a great man. I also want you to answer to the following sentence: those that cannot reach finals commentate, and those that reach finals do last place. Are you a new Bieber?
like I wouldn't take it like being last. I'm not last. I'm sixth. Like
Well, you're last
I'm
on the final, but I'm just joking. It does
fuck you. Okay.
always.
Thank you.
Grassy, do you have any questions for Eva?
No, I would just think he's going to win a medal in next
I
World
hope
Cup.
so. Yeah, I'm
I
really,
love you.
really
I
hopeful
love you.
for him. He's gonna work hard for it, and he's a good guy. Ibra, best of luck. Thank you so much. But before you go, actually, thoughts on that moment, the block that everyone is now talking about, obviously.
Okay, for me, like it. Of course, it matters if it affects or no the race, but for me, it's ridiculous that people pull off this stuff. Like blocks in flat are bad, but blocks in 22% graded are the worst. Like your rider is going 9 kilometers per hour. If he gets blocked, he drops to six. It's over. Like your red is over. So he had no reason to go right. And like
And
if
he
he had
wouldn't, and he would still win the competition even if Joe ended ahead of him because Mendes had the win.
I think he panicked when he saw Joe coming to the right. Like he would have won even if Joe beat him by one place, but he panicked, and it doesn't matter like if it affects 15 or 10 points. This stuff has to stop. Like you don't go right or left. And for me, like I love Basil, and he knows it, but this is the kind of stuff that if it happens to me, I would be so pissed. Like you don't 4-6 in a final in the last stage where people playing are playing for medals. If he was second, I think if he was second, like he finished silver, it would have been announced already that he is disqualified. But it's taking long because he's in gold position, and it would like make a story. But it's ridiculous that people are using 4-6. Don't use 4-6. Like you can use it to replace your train 6 kilometers from the finish on flat, but don't do it no, it's terrible. For me, it's terrible. But everyone has
All
his
right.
opinion.
Thank you, Ibra. Best of luck for the World Championships and for Sprint tomorrow. Joe Whiteley, man of the hour, and not necessarily for the best reasons. Uh, Whatever happens, your third place. Thoughts on what happened today, and we'll go into the major event later on in the interview.
Yeah, it was kind of the evening we said it was going to be, didn't we? I guess where
Yeah.
stage two would be the somewhat only good stage, and even then, I didn't think it was that good of a stage, stage two. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do somewhat feel bad for Basso because he was by far the best player tonight alongside me. But like Ibra said, like just sprint and take your hands off the keyboard. For so
Yeah.
long in stage one, and you saw in classics twice now, I've clicked sprint, I've been blocked by A gap. It's not his fault. I've just been blocked by A gap because I refuse to use 4-6 in case I blocked an us. So for me, why should I play at a disadvantage for not using 4-6 when somebody else goes and use 4-6? Like I get it. He wasn't Basso wasn't trying to block me. I genuinely believe he was trying to create space. But what do you mean create space? It's a 22% gradient climb with three corners. Just click sprint, and then there you go. If you get blocked, suck it up. You know, like I have been doing. If you don't get blocked and you get a nice clean sprint, well done. But it is yeah. But don't get me wrong. I don't know what's worse, the fact that somebody 4-6 blocks, or the fact that that stage final, was even in the parkour. Mate,
Uh, well, I think the question
Can
that
I
most
can I
people well, wait.
can I
Just
ask
let me ask
something?
this one first. I think the most important question that some people are probably thinking as well is: Bus already had it in the bag. Did he panic there to do that movement when he saw you
mate, I don't,
closing?
it's like even in the situation where you don't have a gold medal guaranteed, I don't know why you feel the need to touch the keyboard once you've clicked sprint. You click sprint, you ride the most
It's
hard.
done. Yeah. Yeah.
You just hold and pray, unless obviously you go back down to like effort curse in 92 or 95 or whatever to like country sprint. But you shouldn't be touching anywhere near that keyboard, the numbers on that keyboard 4-6, because you shouldn't be touching it at all. Once you've done your sprint, you should be doing your
Yeah.
sprint. But
This was. I need to actually interrupt that to say this was exactly what I was saying. I think to EMEA during the stream. Maybe Basso. I think he must have said something before seeing the replay. Maybe Basso had the right to avoid Nico. No, he doesn't have the right to avoid anyone. These rules have been made years ago, and we've always said the sprint is there, no movement, no blocking. Just let your rider do his thing. If you get blocked, suck it up. It sucks, but then there is appeals to try and resolve issues. It's
But
not perfect.
yeah,
No
because
system
the
is.
thing is that normally I wouldn't have been as annoyed, but for so long and for so many races, I've missed out on medals and extra points because I've just sucked up the blocks and not used 4-6. You saw it in classics in Milano San Remo. You saw it in the first stage today. Also, it just happened to be A gap again who got in my way, but I didn't use 4-6 in any of those. Got blocked and arguably lost medals because of it. So it does annoy me then when somebody says that they have the right to move because I haven't been using that right because the right doesn't exist. You click sprint and there you go. You respect your fellow competitors. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. Doesn't matter.
We have something. Wait, I need to quickly see chat. I'll get back to you, Joe, in a second. Correct me if I am wrong, but couldn't Basso easily gone to the left if you want, even if you wanted to overtake Nico, says Chris, and he says either for president. Uh,
You
it doesn't
don't.
really. It doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter which side you could go. You
You know,
just
that
have
to be
moves.
fair to Basso's defense, in that situation, yes, if he'd gone to left, he wouldn't have blocked anyone, and he would have got past Nico. But in that
Anyway, the
situation,
wider the block.
you don't think of things like.
Yeah, true. Uh, Joe, uh, after the disappointment of the specifically the first stage, you came back from it in stage two, but you still had quite the mountain to climb in terms of difference to milestone points. You actively tried in the last stage. Things didn't go well. What do you think you could have done different? Aside the ending, of course, we all know what happened there. And even then, it was already decided. But What could you have done different during this stage, and then in the ending to be in a better position to fight for the win?
In stage 3,
Yeah.
no, it was over for me before I got into stage 3 because for Basso to lose gold. Oh well, sorry. For him to win gold, all he needed to do was literally just let someone go up the road because everybody else was so far behind. One of Mendes, Ibra, or Agap could easily go up the road, take care of it, and win the stage, and Basso would still be in gold, and it'd actually suit him. So I pretty much had to do all the work, which is why you saw me with 3 riders when everyone else had like 4 or 5. But yeah, I mean, in the situation, I couldn't have done more. The thing that I could have done more on is if I'd have done a better stage 1 and 2. But realistically, with what I had in my hands, I couldn't really do much more. So.
All right, Joe. Expectations for the World Championships again. A part of this question is also, and a big part, as an organizer, because PCM UK is organizing the World Championships, as we all know. We're part of PCM UK. PCM UK will have to decide stages, DB. Uh, a lot of that can influence, but at the end of the day, there's still players, and we can't teach people to play even if we wanted to, because there's a lot of them. What expectations could we have for how these World Championships will go in the actual lobbies, in the actual races?
I mean, look, if you make a parkour and people get blocked or people get bored or the rats always win, that's part and parcel of the game. But you've got to make sure you do everything in your power to prevent that. Once that has been done, then it's up to the PCM gods and obviously the PCM players to make the stage. But if you can't even make a good parkour, how would you then do you expect it to go well? At least if you've made a good parkour and it's gone wrong, at least you've tried your best. But this isn't even trying your best. This isn't even trying. So the thing is, I don't want to say much about it because obviously the organisers have put a lot of time and effort into this, and I know firsthand, as everybody in this voice chat knows firsthand, how much effort it takes to organise something of this, you know, scale. But such a basic principle of road is the parkour. Inevitably, it's what decides everything pretty much. So you'd think that would be the best thing you put all your focus and expertise into. But I mean, 1 mistake, 2 mistake, 3 mistake. But as Ibra said earlier on today, when out of the 18 stages, 17 of them are bad. I mean, I'd probably say maybe like 14 of them were bad, not all 17, 18. But like 1 stage can be bad, 2 stages can be bad, 3 stages can be bad. But when the whole parkour is pretty much bad, there's not much else I can really say without being disrespectful.
All right, Joe. I think 3 out of 3 medals, if I recall correctly, or did you lose one in classics? Maybe
No, I got a medal in
3 out of 3. Only one of them was gold. Thoughts on your performance, final performance on road?
yeah. I don't think I was going to repeat what I did last year. Simply not type of game and lobby. But I feel like if I'm in and around the podium, these types of lobbies and this parkour, it can only be something that I can be proud of. So
Especially, I would say, especially the parkour, because sorry, like without disrespect, like he said, I can't see where skill can be a fact, like something that can change the game in this parkour. Like you sprint for points and then you sprint for the finish. That's it. Like you can't
the
know.
only stage. Sorry, carry on, carry on.
Yeah. The only stage I would say it's the third one in semifinals of inline. Like I like that one. The mountain one. I don't know if it's second or third. That's the only stage that I liked. You finished.
I
I don't know.
feel like out of the parkour today, the only stage where real tactical battles happened. Stage 3 we can't necessarily talk about because tactical battles are fueled purely on the rankings. But if we take the other 2 stages, the only tactical like element was me and Basso surviving with the 75 button. That was the only tactical strategy that was different in any of the first two stages. The third stage, even then, there wasn't really much. Everybody came to the line with, and it was basically a mountain sprint, wasn't it, at the line? So the only tactical battles that actually happened in all three stages were on stage two, and it's no surprise that the people who came first and second were the people who were probably the two better players on the evening. So
Uh, Guys, quick reminder: final standings of inline final currently, without the appeal having been uh, decided or at least announced yet, say that Basso is the champion, 275 points. Daniel Miko is the silver medalist, 235. Joe Whiteley is third, 196. Mendez actually made a good comeback, but it was not enough for bronze. He's fourth place, 187. Same points as Agap in fifth, 187. And Ibra is in the mud with 114. He is the sixth place.
Saying I'm in the fucking mud. Can you stop? Thank you. This is the
Uh,
fourth time.
have you ever listened to my stream? Everyone that finishes last in a group, in a final, in everything, whoever it is, even myself, I always say sixth and in the mud or in the mud with X
Bro,
points. There's nothing about
bro,
you specifically.
no. The mud in this situation is the parkour. So Ibra
uh,
100% is in the mud.
and not only the parkour, bro, the mud in final is different from the mud in
Guys,
first round.
guys, we have
Like
a
I'm on
decision. We have
higher quality mud,
a,
like
a
good mud.
decision,
Like
a decision has been reached. Thank you. Um, and the decision was the player Amoxos, who we know as Basso, has blocked Joe with pressing for 6. This means he will get punished following rules 3.2.1 of the rulebook. The penalties applied are, according to the rulebook, relegation of the blocker to the last place of the belonging group, 30 points penalty, and warning. Effectively, this means congratulations, Daniel Miko, inline gold medalist and champion of the final event and road. Basso ends up in second place. Miko has 235 points. Basso is second place, 213 points. Joe Whiteley is third with 206 points, 7 points behind Basso. AGAP is fourth, 202, 4 points behind Joe. Menez is fifth, 187, and in the mud in sixth place. Not because it's him specifically, but because it's my catchphrase. Ebert with 121 points. Um,
in the mud.
Tomorrow's
For
in the
that.
mud, yes. Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
can I say something? Emia, I think it's the time that you let other people be president if you think this is not a block. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay.
I don't think he said that. He was opinionating
Said
if.
when it
Oh,
said
my man,
it's not a block.
stop trying to alter what Emea said. Emea said maybe if there was a need to move or if it was allowed to move, perhaps he was trying to alarm Miko. He didn't say, I don't think this is a fucking block.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Are you blind? Wait. I just read that. Wait, he just wait. I
Okay.
disagree with this decision. That
Wait,
was not
where?
a block.
Where, where,
That
where? Where?
he said it 2 minutes ago. How can you say this
I
is
don't
not
see
a
it.
block? Like,
Ah,
look,
okay, I see it now. Okay, you're correct then.
the president of EMEA, of IMA is, is allowing people to 4-6 in mountain in the last 200 meters of a final. Like you say, this is not punishable. Like how? I don't know. Thank you, guys. I have to go. GG, everyone. GG for the parkour.
Okay,
GG.
thank you, Ibra. Let's wrap things up. We have the podium ceremony. If Emil already has it ready, let me know, Emil. Stop talking in Discord and give me 5 minutes. I want to close this shit and do better things with my life that is one day going to end, and each minute gets closer to it. Ugh. Okay, he has to prepare to put why. You already know that it was a possibility of the second anyway. Oh, fuck my life. We are waiting for the podium. So yeah, keep talking, guys. Oh right. And
And
one.
Miko is the champion.
All right. Again, the world is in profound shame and regret. I need to remind people that yesterday there were manifestations in beautiful Paris as yesterday or 2 days ago, I think actually. I don't remember even when Miko won the whatever medal he won, gold medal, whatever classics. I don't know. I don't have a good memory. We all know this. But there was anger throughout the world. Even in his home country, there was a lot of controversy. The IMA decided to distance itself from it via its president Eme the 98 by saying that we should do better. We should guarantee a fair competition where skilled people win. Today, sadly, that promise was broken. This things like this happen in the Champions League. But on a more serious note, congratulations, Nico. You played your race well. Basso did have it, that's true, but unfortunately, and even without the need, for whatever reason, maybe panic, the temptation of trying to avoid a movement that you probably shouldn't, not probably you shouldn't, he ended up getting penalized, and there's only silver, and that's what the history books will say. I don't think there's much point to arguing of should he or should he not have won because this happened and this was clear. Joe Whiteley was the bronze medalist. So these are the final results of inline, which also means in road. I have no idea how that even ends, but I know that Daniel Nico also wins his third gold medal by winning the road overall GC. So congratulations, Nico! You are the ultimate road champion this year. This is your time. You are the champion. Enjoy it, friend. Daniel Nico gold also ends up in silver. I think silver as well might be the case for him in the road overall. And Joe Whiteley bronze both in inline and in the GC. At this point, Emma, you either have the podiums or you don't, because I really would like to close this. Unless Rusty can stay here for them. 2 minutes, says Emma. Okay. Put the first one and see if you can finish the second one, because I'm starting to lose my voice at this point. Tell me when you're ready. Okay, he's saving the other, so we can wait 1 minute. Okay. Rossi, final thoughts on this evening, if you're still here. Actually, I think Rossi was the one leaving, so either Joe, actually, I think he's not muted. Final thoughts on the evening and the final standings for Road and Inline.
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay. Very clarifying and very brief. Doesn't kill the minute we actually need it, but we are now ready for the podium ceremony of Inline. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to honor our champion of Inline, the gold medalist Daniel Miko, with the French national anthem. For shame.
얹을 수가 있는 팀이기 때문에 좀 조심할 필요가 있겠습니다.
네, 먼저 프랑스의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
All right. That was the French national anthem to celebrate Miko's gold medal win for Inline. Congratulations, Daniel Miko. Which also means that now we move into our second and final podium of the evening and the final podium of this Champions League for Road. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise again to celebrate yet another Miko victory. This time, the gold medal for overall of Road, with Miko first, Basso second, and Joe White with third place. It's the exact same podium, the exact same placements, but for the Road overall. Congratulations, Miko. Let's hear the French national anthem.
And now, the national anthem of France.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Daniel Miko, Champions League gold medalist of road overall and inline. Congratulations to Basso, silver gold medalist of road overall and inline. And congratulations to Joe Whiteley, bronze medalist of road overall and inline. These were the champions of the evening. Miko was the champion of the evening, and these were the three medalist winners of the night as well. Um, Tomorrow, we will be back for the last two podiums. Maybe, if we get lucky, a few sprints of participants that might be willing to stream them. We will likely be live around 22 CET. That's 21 BST. Not before not before sprint semifinals for sure. Um, a chapter comes to the end as the Champions League is over for road, and tomorrow the 2024 edition will be done for good. Is tomorrow will be the final discipline, the end of track as well for this year. We hope to be back next year with more exciting action. As always, we had everything so far in this Champions League, and particularly in road that we now finished. We had the action, we had the drama, we had the controversial moments. We had the big moves. We had the reading moves. It was eventful. It was fun, and we are happy that we had the opportunity to share that with you. I think I will be here tomorrow to join them in the stream. If I don't, from me, it is a thank you to all that followed, played, and supported this Champions League. I hope to see you all and many more there for the World Championships as well, as we will return. I will be playing them hopefully, and also part of the Orga with many other PCM UK members and some other good people uh, like ADOCs from other communities and Ben Young. I think I didn't forget anyone. Um, and of course, there's Ibra, there's Swax, and there's Joe from PCM UK that I had already mentioned. And this was the Champions League road for you. Tomorrow, hopefully, maybe a couple more sprints. As the chapter closes, we hope for a brighter day at the World Championships. Thank you all for joining me. I would like to thank Francisco Grassi, Amaya, Joe, Ibra, and everyone else that was here at this booth for the entirety of the Champions League. Thank you guys. Thank you to our viewers. Uh, these were the champions. These were the final road champions, and this was the Champions League. I am the biggest of all dogs. Have a great night. See you next year.